This session of Thicker Than Water covers topics of a sensitive nature, mentions and descriptions of mental health issues, violence, self-harm, suicide, classism, and other possible triggers are used in the following content to further the narrative. In no way do the players or storyteller of Thicker Than Water find these topics to be of a comedic nature, and do not wish to offend anyone in the process of telling our stories. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay, so we're starting with David.
Oh boy, here we go.
Do you remember where you were last game?
The prince invited me to a private room with the La Sombra as well, and everything went to black when I went.
That was just the Prince in the Mirror.
It was
the Prince in the Mayor. Yeah,
it was the Prince. It was the Prince in the Mayor. It was Darian King. Sorry. You were taken into a private office, beckoned over by the smiling face of Darian King and Richard Wynn.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last thing that you remember. So we're going to go ahead and start with you waking up. You are lying in a not so comfortable bed. You can tell before your eyes wake up that the mattress that you're on is thinner than you'd be happy with. Like, it's not like a good
memory foam kind of
thing. It's not a good bed.
This is not a Venture approved bed.
You can kind of actually hear the overly plastic covering on the thin foam crinkle when you're adjusting.
I can feel the pee underneath this.
You can also feel the metal bars on the side that your arms are bumping up against. And the first thing that's actually going to make you open your eyes
You're in a jail cell.
is when you go to move. And I am well aware I have not handed character sheets out yet, so don't worry about that. We'll get you those when they are needed. The first thing that makes your eyes just jolt wide open is when you go to move and you can't because you're restrained.
I start looking around and pretty much start saying, "Okay, I'm into."
You are in a sickly greenish color room, almost like an off sage color room with black and white tiles that look like they could use a damn good mopping. The ceiling is pretty high up. You can see windows off to one side that all have shutters on the inside. There's every other fluorescent light in the room is on. There's that one off in the corner that's just kind of
clicking, just
glitching in and out. You see cabinets with like relatively clean marble tops, like counters, and some cupboards that have glass windows inside of them that have that like lattice work wire inside the glass. And give me an awareness check. Do you need your numbers?
Yes, please. I think it's 4 dice, if I remember right.
Let me check. Yeah, 4 dice. 4 dice.
One success.
You don't really notice anything else. It's quiet in here, aside from the humming of the fluorescent bulbs. And it's medically sanitary.
Okay.
That smell that hospitals have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm into kinky shit as much as any other guy, but this is over the top.
You can off to one side. If you're laying in bed, you got the windows on your right, and on the left side, you can see this room that you're in is like wooden. There's a wooden wall with windows and doors that all have windows that stare out into the hallway.
And it actually does look like a kind of like a hospital room, or
You're in a jail cell.
It's not a jail cell, but you are restrained in, and it's a handcuff. Like you're handcuffed to the bed.
I'm gonna start like looking around, like see if I can actually see like a silhouette of somebody.
Looking around this room, it's a fairly big room, but aside from other beds, and like a couple little workstations with like stools and stuff, you don't see any other people in here. You're alone in this room.
I swear to God, if a freaky ass puppet comes out.
Riding a tricycle. Yeah, no.
I would like to play a game.
Don't you? So it's my handcuffs are in here, right?
Your handcuff is on your right arm.
Right arm. Oh boy.
That is your left.
I am going to dislocate my thumb and pull out.
Okay. You're gonna try to dislocate your thumb and pull out. To do that, I am going to have to ask you to spend a willpower. Actually, what you're going to do is roll your willpower.
Was that shit?
Oh, which I was gonna
fucking
ask.
hurts.
Did I gain back the one that I lost?
Huh? Yeah, as long as it wasn't aggravated, you're fine.
No, like that's what I was asking. Like, did I gain back the aggravated one?
No.
No.
So you are a 5. You can roll 5 dice. If you fail this check, I will let you try to dislocate your thumb. If you fail this test, if you pass this test, I will let you try to dislocate your thumb. If you fail this test, you're losing a willpower anyway.
Five successes.
5 successes. What was that? Beetle?
Yeah.
It's a little beetle. Okay. 5 successes. I will let you attempt to do that. That is going to be your strength, which is 3. And it's going to be a difficulty of... you just roll. I'm going to see what happens.
1 success.
1 success. You go to do it, and you're going to take a damage. You're going to take 1 superficial damage. It's not going to be successful, and it's going to hurt like hell. A lot. You're probably going to yell out. If you would like to stop yourself from yelling out, you can roll your willpower. Your current willpower.
Which is still 5, right?
You have an aggravated, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then don't count your aggravated. So 4.
2 successes.
2 successes. You are going to hold in the scream, but that is probably one of the most painful things that you have felt in your memory. And that is not a good idea.
Crazy Dr. Psychopath says what?
It barely echoes in here because there's almost nothing to absorb the sound.
If you're gonna keep me here, can I still get some liquor? Hello? Anybody? Nobody? Okay. What was the like? How thick is the bar that it's attached? The handcuffs attached to
It's basically just a handrail.
the handrail.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like wobble from the handrail
It kind of gives a little bit.
until it completely gets attached.
Oh, you're gonna try to break it?
Yeah.
You're gonna try to break it. I don't see any reason why you would not be able to attempt this. So that would be strength, probably plus brawl. So that is going to be 6. You can roll all 6 dice for that.
6 successes.
6 successes. Okay. With 6 successes, it bends. Like it's you'll notice that like when you put all your weight into it, that it's on it almost like a track, and it looks like it could slide like to the side and down. Maybe for storage or something like that, or for you to easily get in and out of the bed if you weren't handcuffed to it. But what it does is it actually just like bends forward. And can you do? Give me roll 5.
Just 5 dice.
Roll 5 dice.
If you need 1 successes, there's 2.
2? Okay. You almost fall out of the bed. You just, there's nothing holding it. You almost fall out of the bed. The bed almost tips over a little bit. But you're fine. You saved yourself on that.
Okay. Wait. Is this thing rusty?
No?
Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna try to like see if the handcuffs are actually completely locked.
Oh, it's locked.
Okay.
It's locked.
Usually basic logic actually wins this one, but apparently not. Can I get off when we're still attached to the rail? Or?
Yeah, you can get out of the bed. It's a little awkward now that the rail is kind of hanging broken a little bit. You're wearing like gray scrubs and socks, really thick ones that have like little rubber treads on the bottom of them.
It's been a while since I used these. Try to still pull out the.
You're just gonna keep yanking on it and yanking on it. Yeah, keep rolling to strength, like if you want to keep trying.
That is 2 successes.
2 successes. The way that you're pulling on it is awkward because it's still on the track, although it's not doing what you want it to do. So you're not really getting it. There's a speaker above the door on your left side. And it's a wooden block that's a little slightly off cut, so it's not like a perfect cube, and it has a black, like a little black like a screen dome over it, and it goes, Thomas.
Do I recognize the voice?
If you want to try to do intelligence plus insight, which is 3 dice.
2 successes.
No, you do not know the voice. It's a little too staticky for you to actually catch.
Who this might be?
Thomas, if you could please stop breaking our equipment.
I don't know if this is normal for the people you bring here, but this is kind of awkward. Waking up and I don't know what this place is.
Thomas, are you having another episode? Look, if I can come in the room, if you can promise not to be violent, perhaps we can uncuff you, we can talk, try to work out your problems. I have your medication.
You got gin?
Thomas, for the last time, we can't give you gin in the facilities.
Alright, I'll try your way.
So I can come in?
Sure. I sit back on the bed. Like, I just sit not completely on the bed, just in the end.
How patient are you? How patient is Thomas in this situation?
I'll wait.
Okay. It's going to be about 5 minutes. And then you're going to see the silhouette of someone walking. It's one of those issues where you've kind of got lights on in this room, but there's no lights on in the hallway, so you can kind of see them, but the reflection of the room's kind of distorting. You just know that there's a figure walking towards the door. Mm-hmm. And you hear keys jingle. And you hear a really large clunk of a lock get undone. And the door opens. And Dr. William Porter walks in. You do recognize him. Mm-hmm. He walks in. He's wearing a white coat, glasses. He's dressed all very similar to you, except the scrubs he's wearing are blue, not gray. And he actually has shoes on. He goes, Thomas? Can I call you Thomas today, or is it Mr. Castle?
Take your pick.
Well, what are you comfortable with, Thomas?
Thomas is fine.
Okay. He's going to walk over to the counter across the way, and without a word, he's just going to like start unlocking cabinets and pulling bottles out and stuff. And he's going to walk over to a little sink that's on there, and water's going to run for a second. He's going to walk over with a little silver tray, and he's going to set it down on the stand that's right next to the bed that you're on. And he's got a little 2-ounce cup, little 2-ounce serving plastic cup with 3 pills in it, and a little plastic or probably paper cup of water. And really did a number on this rail, Thomas. You're going to hurt yourself. And
I don't like to waking up handcuffed.
I don't like having to put you down handcuffed. It's not why we're here. But when you're breaking things, we have to make sure that you're not... I can't babysit you all night. Like, there are other patients. And he's going to unhook. He's going to undo the handcuffs. Really sorry. Have to get these back to Officer Monroe. All right. He's hands you your pills and water.
Do I have a specific color of the pills, or?
They are pink and blue, and they've got kind of like these, like, almost paisley designs on them, like little swirls.
Grab them? Grab the cups?
Yeah.
Just toss them out. Don't waste my time, please.
Thomas.
I'm not drinking those.
If you want to return to the rest of the community, I need you to take your medication.
And which kind of community are we talking about here?
Your friends. I'll take you to the rec room with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go about your day. If not, I'm gonna have you set aside, and I don't want to put you in solitary.
How about I go now and take those later?
That's not how this works. And I understand the whole bargaining thing that you're trying to do, but I got to make sure that you actually take it before I let you back in. Everybody else is taking theirs. Those who need it, anyway.
I'm gonna start looking around the room.
Yeah.
Just trying to notice that there's like a camera around here or something.
Go ahead. What's an awareness?
Three successes.
Yeah, there's actually a pretty hefty camera that's behind kind of like a wire cage. Not too far from where the speaker was. It's like one of those can see the whole room kind of things.
Yeah, I'm not taking those.
Okay. My options here, and like always, I'll talk to you and we'll discuss what you want to do, is we can solitary you in here, or I can take you back to your room.
No pills, and I go to my room.
Okay. Do I need assistance in taking you to your room, or are you just going to come with me?
I'll come.
Because, dude, I want you to get there comfortably, but if you run, the orderlies will tackle you. It's not going to be comfortable. That's how you ended up here the first time.
I'll follow.
That's nice. All right. Come on. And he's going to walk with you out the door.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a long hallway. And there's there's this room in this hallway. And there's a couple, I'm going to go ahead and say there's blinds pulled on the window on the opposite end of the hall. Like on the other side of the door when you walk out, like straight ahead. Mm-hmm. And then there's a straight hallway that goes from the left and the right, and the doors on the left and the right are they're static rooms, or what look like static rooms. There's a very heavy door, a small area, and another really heavy door.
Usually, when if David's actually thinking right, if we're passing through rooms, usually they have names on the outside.
Okay.
So, am I missing any familiar names?
The door that's just off to the side when you walk out, you do see Dr. William Porter on there. You see Director next to that, Darian King. Those are probably the only two that you're actually going to see in this hallway, actually. When you walk out, do you go left or right?
Which side is he pointing to?
He's not. Would you walk out in front of him or behind him? He's not
behind him.
Walk up behind? Okay. He turns to the left. And he's keeping an eye on you. Like, he's not watching you or anything like that. But he is watching you, but he's not aggressively watching you. Mm-hmm. It's just more like obviously he needs to keep an eye on you.
Mm-hmm.
You just
follow?
Okay. He is going to take you down that left side. You're going to get to a little area where there is a very familiar face of a woman sitting like in a little bubble with a few like buttons and stuff and monitors, and she's just reading a Vogue magazine and just sitting there comfortable. And Porter's just gonna walk up and on the glass, and she's gonna go and then hit the button, and a buzzer is gonna go off, a red light is gonna go, and you're able to walk into the next little area.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a second, door shuts, another buzzer, another light, and we can walk out. And he will take you throughout this place in a direct way, up the stairs, into a little area where you brought to a fairly nice room. It's got a nice bed, you've got some amenities in there. Small, but nice television. Closet. Like, it's nice. It's a pretty nice private room.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll
Does it have windows by any chance? No.
It has windows that are open.
Mm-hmm.
Like the glass, you can see through it. The glass has that interweaved metal on the inside of it, and there's also not offensive bars, but you're definitely not getting out there easily if you go through that window. The thing that's going to strike you most is the beam of sunlight coming in through the window and shining on the floor.
Like completely in the entire room, or
No, just the sun is coming right in, like morning sun. Thomas.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Do you want me to send somebody up with breakfast, or are you just not going to have anything that we're giving you today? Because I don't want you getting lightheaded or anything.
I'll take some breakfast.
Okay. He lets you in and shuts the door, and you hear his keys jingle as he locks you in, and you hear his footsteps go down the hall.
First thing I do is turn on the TV,
Okay.
see the news.
Okay.
Where am I? Like in city-wise.
It's Portland channels.
Portland channels.
Portland channels.
What's the date?
It's October 6th, Friday.
I'll sit in my bed and start looking at the TV. Just look at the TV.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, you wake up in a, let me see. I guess I can just go ahead and pass these out now. I want to hand that over to Dave.
Oh, sure.
Hand that to Glenn.
Oh, fun time.
No, not bad. You actually, you wake up in a fairly nice room as well.
Okay. Fairly nice room.
Yeah, no, it's a fairly nice room.
Okay, so my points in haven got switched over to room.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, here's some, if you look around your room, you'll notice that your room has like a little bookshelf on it. It's got a privacy lock and a little thing that you can pull down for like a little window shade. And but it feels awkward in here. It's kind of chilly.
Not chained to the bed, am I?
No, not at all.
Okay.
In fact, you wake up in your room as well, Jay. And you guys are going to wake up to the sound of a click, both of you. And the little speaker above the door goes, breakfast. And you hear your doors unlock.
Do I remember having been here?
No. You have no idea what the hell's going on.
And it looks like basically a hospital private room is my understanding.
Kind of. It's almost like a mix between like a hospital private room and almost like a small apartment. What's your resource level?
There's one listed here.
You have 1 point. Yours is okay. You have like a you have some lower comforts. If you ask for something specific, I'll be able to tell you whether it's there or not.
I'll rummage through my stuff later, maybe.
Okay.
And I'm wearing a hospital gown.
You're wearing scrubs. Gray scrubs.
I'm assuming I'm wearing scrubs.
You're wearing
also.
gray scrubs. Sorry, the one detail I did not give you guys is that your names are embroidered. It's just your first name, your last initial, and a few numbers. You hear people walking, like, through the halls. There's a couple people like, woo! Like, it almost kind of sounds like high school when class lets out, but not as heavily populated. You'd hear that, too.
Does the door have a window? Or
Yes.
is it solid?
It's got a window on it. It's very small. You can see out people very similarly dressed like you, most of them. A few people who are wearing full white get-ups, who seem to be just like overseeing what's going on. Wits and awareness, if you're looking out that window.
Okay, just check.
Two. There's just so many people. There's more people out there than you're usually comfortable with dealing with. So.
And it's daytime?
Yeah. You can see the sunlight peering through the window shade that you have in your room. You know, curtains. You have one of those roll-up window shades, but it's like bolted into the wall. Like it would take some industrial tools to get that thing off. You could break it, but you can't really take it down.
The shades are drawn. I'm gonna tap the shade in an investigative sort of way.
It's warm, and it flimps a little. Like it kind of wags a little bit when you poke at it.
Oh, we have started.
And then
Cool.
Yes, it was really a great idea for you guys to come in and be confused.
Okay.
And then against my better judgment, I'm going to poke my left pinky up
Yes,
under
hello,
there.
Nordy.
And then pull it back.
Warm. Like that magnified
That
through
looks
glass
says it
warm.
all.
Put my
What the heck?
You're fine. You're fine.
I told you bad shit was going to happen.
What the heck?
For those of you listening, Adeline just came in and had a look at her character sheet. Can't wait to hear Richard's reaction.
Yeah, this is.
So,
Trippy.
you're testing.
peek through the little slot at the bottom.
Okay.
I knew.
It's an odd angle. The sky's blue. You might see a bird fly by. It's blindingly bright since you usually keep the light below.
Yeah. At
Yeah.
night with sunglasses.
You don't have those.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot brighter than I'm used to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt the difficult feat of opening one of those shades like an inch.
Okay.
And stopping.
Give me a dexterity plus melee. I mean, this could be athletics, but give me an... Yeah.
2.
2. It
fight
flies
with
straight up out of your hand. It flaps a few times around, and you are bathed in sunlight.
This probably calls for a quick tuck dodge.
Roll willpower.
on fucking bed. Throw myself over.
Roll your composure plus your resolve.
1.
1, you are hiding under your bed in the fetal position,
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Give me a wits and awareness -1 because you just will flopped. Yeah.
1.
1, you don't notice.
Okay.
So you were suddenly awoken. You slept in to a staticky voice, cheerfully, woman's voice. Breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just thinking about this.
It's a fairly Spartan room. A bed, table. You have resources?
One dot.
One dot? Yeah, you got a radio in there.
Okay. I'm just kind of
Like a small one.
sit up, trying to wake up, looking around.
Yeah. You yawn. You don't remember yawning for a long time. And you definitely see the sunlight peeking in through the shades of your window.
Shoot. Carefully moving away. I'm going, okay. So basically, the last I remember was stepping out of the room and then just waking up.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a hefty looking door right in front of your bed.
Wood painted, metal.
White painted. You really can't tell what's under that. You can tell it has a pretty hefty frame around it, and it has a window in it that's like that big. Just it's a very small window that has this lattice work metal on the inside.
Okay, yeah, looking either.
Yeah.
Very
And you
institutional.
Can, you can
let's say.
see. You can see the blur of people wandering past your window. It kind of sounds like a high school just let out class. People are excited. You hear somebody like drum on the wall. Pancakes! And down the road.
Okay, it's.
Your clock is. Your clock radio. It's a clock radio.
Of course.
Your clock radio has 7:03 on it in the
And
AM.
I'm like feeling perfectly wide awake and everything.
Yeah, kind of hungry, nervous, obviously.
Yeah,
You
this
have all of your normal memories.
Yeah.
All of them. Last thing you ate was a person. There's somebody outside screaming about pancakes.
Oh, I also made coffee.
Oh, yay.
So when you get to where you're going,
Yeah, I'm gonna go out the door. Cause this doesn't seem like a safe place to be. But
do you
Yeah,
follow in the crowd?
I'm gonna follow along with the crowd.
Cool. Adrian. So
Take a look at your sheet.
you're gonna wake up. We left off exactly where we left off. You didn't miss anything. You wake up. Can I see your sheet actually for just a second?
When she saw her sheet, it looked like her eyes bugged out of her face. It's just like,
Oh, this is the one I was excited about. So your room is fairly nice. You've got like a cowboy poster up on the wall. You have a clock radio on your nightstand and a steam trunk at the foot of your bed. And the door that's right in front of your bed has like a tiny little window that you can just see people walking down the halls, all excited. Kind of sounds like high school just let out, like classes just let out. And you wake up to the sound of a staticky woman's voice go, breakfast, and the sound of your door unlocking.
Checking the trunk first.
Oh, there's lots of weird shit in there. Because you have checked the trunk.
The face palm over there says it all.
Everything that you guys had in strange merits or in strange backgrounds or haven has been carried over in some fashion.
yeah, I've got a haunted room.
Your room is a little chilly. We'll say it that way right now.
Haunted room.
My haven's haunted.
It's in quotations. Haunted.
Haunted.
I guess I get dressed
Okay.
and head out the door.
All of your clothes All of your clothes are gray scrubs with your first name, your last initial, and a couple numbers. And actually, you're getting dressed. You're changing. Straight out changing. Give me wits and awareness. This is where I would start the opening credits of this sitcom.
Yeah.
3?
Sweet. As you're getting dressed, you'll notice on the back of your scrubs is the name of the facility that you are in. The Ivy Towers.
Is it a name I know of?
No. It's very similar to Ivory Tower. But you are in the Ivory Tower Mental Hospital. And some guy walking down the hall is excited because they might be doing pancakes today.
You said my room had a clock. What time of day is it?
It's like 7:03 a.m.
That's how you know they're loonies. Nobody should be excited about anything at 7:03 a.m.
Well,
Unless they've been up since 6, then you can be excited because finally pancakes.
Unless if you've been up since 6, I admit you might be excited if you're allowed to go to bed at 7.
actually, everybody is excited. You know this deep down in your heart because they have recently changed the wake-up breakfast time from 6
Ugh.
Yeah.
to 7.
Does his room have a window too?
Oh, yeah. You got the shade drawn, and you can just barely see the little strips of sunlight coming in through.
Can I add a flaw to my sheet?
Like what?
Paranoia.
I think that's just a role play thing in
If
this
you're
stage.
sitting at this table, you all got it.
Yeah!
Much like the gout, you all have it.
It's not a flaw, it's a chronical tenant.
While he's doing that, I'm going to start going through the books that are in my room.
Okay.
Since you said everything is here, because I'm automatically blaming whatever weird shit is happening on that fucking jar. I told her bad shit was.
You hear all the people walking down the halls, but you are locked in your room still. Yeah. Do you do anything while you're in there? Or are you just watching TV? It's going to be just current events.
Like what are the news like talking about?
Homeless population, drugs on the streets, a meth den blew up. Morning news. Fluff pieces.
Street festival coming up in certain area.
It's
That's
a
a
regular day
normal
in
boring.
There's
going.
Richard Wynn Richard Wynn announced that he has intentions for Senate. I mean, that's something that might catch your eye. But aside from that, I mean, yeah.
I'm still waiting for breakfast.
Yeah, about 15, 20 minutes after you get put in the room, Dr. Porter actually is going to unlock the door. There's another guy with him. He unlocks the door, walks inside. He's got a tray. And on your nightstand, he'll take it off the tray, and he gives you a paper plate that has some scrambled eggs, a couple pieces of sausage, some toast. It's got a slightly above room temperature cup of coffee, a glass of orange juice, and another 2-ounce plastic container of your medication. And he goes, just take that when you can, and let me know when you want to come out. We'll talk about it. And he'll just walk out and relock the door and leaves you in your room. Jay is under his bed in the fetal position. How long do you think Jay stays under his bed in the fetal position?
Probably a while.
Should I move on? Come back to you in a little bit. Let you gather your wits.
And my awareness.
How about Sid?
Is it? Sid is basically going to go through the library. Well, the random books. I'm sure they just kind of gave him.
I mean, you got the Harry Potter collection.
They give a guy with a couple of
Dresden
5 Harry
Files.
Potter books.
Yeah.
Dresden Files.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you might have something like The Urban Pagan, Circe by Madeline Miller, True Magic by... yeah.
The shit I normally sell to teenagers in my shops.
Yeah. 21 Lessons of Merlin by Douglas Monroe, Amber Kay's True Magic. Everything else I can see on the bookshelf behind you.
Yeah.
The Wiccan Year.
I'm gonna let
Collins,
out
the
a
Wiccan
really
Handbook.
long sigh and just mumbling under my breath, I told her not to touch that fucking jar. And eventually, once I figure out what else is in the room.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear somebody go, right?
I gotta look around.
There's no one in this room. Breakfast.
All right.
You get the same thing. Someone knocks on your door. It's breakfast. And you hear their door open, and they look around and go, oh, I guess they already left.
Under here.
Oh.
I'm going to try and play it off. Hey, what's up?
John from the Penny Diners Club is in your room. He's wearing all white clothes. His hair is slicked. His hair is brushed back. He looks. Jay,
Hey.
you doing all right, man?
Yeah, what's up?
You having a hard day today, Jay? Do you want me to bring your breakfast to you?
I mean, where am I?
Oh.
Exactly.
Okay. You want to eat breakfast with me today? Like, I can talk to Dr. Porter, and we can probably go into the cafe instead of the cafeteria. Not that many people in there in the mornings.
Less people seems good.
Yeah, why don't you come with me?
Sure.
Let's go to the cafe. He helps you out.
Round.
Sounds like he's
Yeah. What's an awareness?
to a kindergartner. He's acting like he's talking to a kindergartner.
3. He helps you up physically. Like, he's trying not to get all up in your personal space, but he helps you stand up, and you actually feel his, like, warm breath that smells of coffee on the back of your neck as he's lifting you up. He sees you trying to edge away from the window, and he's like, oh, okay. You want to tape those down today again? We can tape those down again. I'll get you a nice big old thing of painter's tape, and we can let you do it when the sun goes down. If that'll make you comfortable.
Wouldn't it be, like, better if we just put, like, a 1x2 and some eye hooks and set it so it could just, like, be hooked, or you could release it
You
and...
really can't have anything in here that can be unscrewed easily, though. You know?
We put Loctite on it? The red kind.
You know what? You don't get into much trouble. I mean, we can talk to Dr. Porter, see if we can get some privileges. But let's have breakfast. All right?
Am I hungry?
Probably. Not like, I haven't eaten in 5 years or anything like that, but like, yeah, you're probably hungry. You guys want to roll hunger test?
Sure.
Let's roll hunger.
Fine.
Let's do a rouse check for hunger.
Sure. Fail.
Win.
Okay, you could eat. You could eat. You guys are really hungry. It's been a while. You want me to roll yours?
Sure.
I'll roll Sydney's hunger check.
Pass.
Hunger's, you're good. You're good. You feel good. Cup of coffee might be nice though. So, how are you doing? What's going on?
I said I'm following with the crowd.
Following the crowd?
Kind of trying to just kind of keep an eye on get my bearings on my surroundings, basically.
Okay.
So.
Once I'm dressed and I ask my room, yeah, I'm following.
You following the crowd? Okay. After a couple of hallways and a flight of stairs for you, you guys will bump into each other in the hallway. Does Sydney walk out of his room and head?
Eventually.
Okay. Well, you're probably a few minutes behind then. But yeah, you guys will bump into each other. You're at the end of a nice sized group of people heading into, when the double doors open, a cafeteria. The smell of coffee and breakfast foods is just filling this entire floor now that you're on it. And can you wits and awareness from the two of you?
Guess it doesn't matter which colors I use.
You'll notice while you're walking behind people also the Ivy Tower mental institution or mental hospital. 2? 4? Okay, you'll definitely see it. As you guys are getting closer and closer to the cafeteria, there's one of those like plastic plaques that have like the little ridges that you plug the letters into, like a menu board kind of thing, that has like a couple of like, you know those decorations they used to put in like kindergartner classes, the ones that are paper but laminated and they look like they're taken out of like a kid's book? Mm-hmm. Okay, it's a couple pennies on it, and the little letters spell out the Penny Diner Club, and it talks, and there's a description on it how every Friday night, if you save up a couple of pennies, you can get in and have a special dinner.
That's okay. Yeah, just a mental note of that.
You're doing Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, and broccoli next week. Nothing you need a knife for.
Alright, so have you run into us?
You probably see them walking. You probably see Tinia specifically staring at that sign as you're catching up.
Huh.
Probably when you'll notice the name of the place on the back of their shirts also. Just say it.
Oh, no, I'm thinking about fucking with her. Just have to know anything.
I mean, now's the time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, walk up to you. Good morning, Tania.
Morning, Sydney.
I'm just going to casually walk over to
you got any clue what's going on?
He just walks past you and
Okay.
starts heading over to the table with the coffee.
Huh.
It's a rolling cart. That's actually, there's like 3 or 4 of these rolling carts that have like little coffee decanters that are not of dangerous breakable substances. They are plastic. And the coffee is just hot enough to be warm. And there is powdered creamer and some papers, like the little packets that are pink, yellow, and blue, and some coffee stirs.
So is this one of the ones that actually give you caffeinated coffee, or is it all decaf here?
I mean, nothing's labeled. There is a couple of labels on them, but they don't say caffeinated decaf. They say like dark roast, French vanilla.
The reason why I'm asking is a lot of hospitals just use decaf.
Yeah. No, I'm aware. It's just nothing's labeled for that. But there is a little sign on it that says like "Good morning from the cafe." Little handwritten note. It's really
Pick
kind
up
of
on
nice.
anything about the heck's going on yet?
So John's going to take you to the cafe. You guys walk a few minutes behind everybody else, so that the halls are nice and empty. So really, all you ever hear is the fall of footsteps and the occasional squeak of tread on the highly buffed floor. The smell of breakfast foods are filling the air. You are going to come close to the cafeteria, and outside you can see these two. So John's just walking. Mm-hmm. He'll say good. John just goes, "Good morning," and he just keeps walking. Do you stop with them, or do you keep going?
Hey, Jay.
That keeps it moving.
Okay. Talk to you later.
You'll see him in the rec room later. He's going to take you to the cafe, which is a single door, a little ways down the hall from the cafeteria. That's just like all the fresh smells of pastries and coffee is coming through there. And when he opens the door for you and you walk in, it's a small little area that has a few little tables and like even a couple little booths that are like built in. It's really, really clean and white in here. There's a jukebox off to the side, and you see a familiar mustached face. You see Marty, and the cafe's name is Good to the Last Drop.
Jukebox. I feel like I hate it for some reason.
Do you want like a Danish or something? Or do you want me to get breakfast in here? Like I can get the food and have it come in here.
It's already here. It's fine.
Okay, you just want pastries and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Continental breakfast, Marty. He's like on it.
Take a little bit of a risk. John, I feel like I know you kind of. I've seen you before.
Yeah.
How long have I been here?
Been here for a while. I don't have exact dates.
A while. Is that like a month?
This might be something to talk about in group. If you need to talk about that. Because I know Dr. Porter's probably going to want to do a group soon.
Okay. I kind of need some context.
Okay.
I don't feel like I know Dr. Porter.
I know I'm
really...
He looks past you towards the counter where Marty's working and stuff. And there's like one or two other people in here who are just sipping coffee, reading newspapers, all wearing white clothes or nice clothes with like a white jacket over it or something like that. Look, I'm probably overstepping my bounds, like bringing you in here and stuff like this, but like I don't have like a lot of the information you're going to work on. I just work in the kitchen. Okay. I mean, it's like, but you're a good guy, and I just want to make sure you're doing okay today.
Okay.
Marty's gonna come up with a couple of like styrofoam clamshell packages, like the
Takeout containers?
yeah takeout containers, and a couple of cups of coffee, and bring them out to you. This is probably one of the few places you're going to get hot coffee. Yeah, he brings there's like a few varieties of like smaller pastries in there, like a cheese Danish, a donut, kind of thing like that.
Okay. Well, what about just... Do you know who my friends are? Like, who do I normally...
Well, I know who's in your group.
Okay.
So like Adrian, Tinia, Sydney, Thomas when he's not in trouble, Annette, Firmine, Tony, God. I mean, there's like a dozen of you guys like who usually hang out in those groups.
Okay. Cool. Danish munching commences.
I'm gonna go get some coffee.
Yeah, you walk right in, and there's that little setup and stuff. And
Yeah, it's kind of equal parts blend in, and that actually smells really good, and I'm hungry.
it does. It smells ridiculously good. And you remember last time you walked past like a coffee shop, you just kind of wanted to throw up whoever you ate last in your mouth. But this is pleasant. It's like even if you don't want it, it's nice to wake up to that smell.
Yeah. So yeah, coffee. See what the scoop is on breakfast. Like I said,
There's a line.
I'm doing my best to blend in, basically,
Yeah.
while still.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm doing at this point too. I'm gonna also look around to see if I can find like a newspaper, or even if it's just a local.
There is, in fact, there's 2 stacks of newspapers in like these bolted down metal racks. They're like wireframe metal racks, and they're bolted into the floor. And there's 2 of them. There's a little sign, a little paper sign that's taped on the wall that says "Today," and then a little sign that says "Back Issues" on it.
I'll go ahead and grab today's paper.
Okay. It's strangely lighter than they typically are.
Well, I imagine they take out anything they don't want us to.
All the negative news.
Yeah.
You've got like 2 pages there.
Oh, look, it's the
I
lifestyle
get the
section and
sports
the
section,
sports
the
page.
comics, and maybe the business and economics section.
No.
No. You say something like that out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
One of the orderlies who's like making sure that the coffee stay filled, saying, no, we got rid of the business section when Castle came, and he just goes.
I'm gonna noticeably say fuck when he's. What?
One of the other one walks
the
by.
main page.
One of the other one walks by who's like pushing a trash can, and he just Sydney language.
Well, good fucking morning to you.
He'll stop. He'll look over at you, Sydney.
Coffee?
He's laughing. He's amused, but also he understands. He's like, Sydney, come on, man. Language, it upsets some people. We got to be aware of other people's feelings.
Save that for group.
Well, I don't want to make sure that this comes up in group.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, he just keeps on going.
My inner George Carlin's going off.
So,
Adrian has a
Wits
list
and
to work
awareness.
through.
There's next to no way you're going to lose this.
Completely flop it.
Unless you flop it. I see at least 3,
Five.
5, 6. Okay. Pretty much any Anarch NPC that you might want to talk to is in here enjoying breakfast. They're all wearing gray. But pretty much any NPC. Unless you say you're specifically looking for one that I go, nope, not here.
They're here. Okay.
And 5, I'm going to give you this. the people who are scooping out food and handing over, and the orderlies and everybody else is either a member of the Camarilla or a member of their ghouls that you have definitely seen at some point in time.
Cool.
In fact, they've got a little thing on their white outfits that say Ivy Towers staff.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Gonna... question, how many windows are in here? Like, how much natural light does it have
There's
in this
so
room?
much natural light in this room specifically.
Okay.
Like one wall is nothing
That's-
but open, and it's the eastern wall.
Yeah. It's kind of...
You can also see Mount Hood off in the distance, and it's a very beautiful morning. You can see the little dust particulates floating around in the sunlight. The sun the sunlight that's shining through comes down through, like, it cuts the cafeteria effectively in half.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to avoid it.
it's easy. It's easy. There's nothing in this room that's going to force you. Like, if you go to get breakfast, the line is not going to be right across the window or anything like that.
And
There's a couple vending machines in here, tables, chairs. The chairs are actually built onto the table. Like, it's
like a picnic
It's a
table,
little
sort of.
bar that has like a little round stool on it. Yeah.
yeah.
Way to take me back to 4th grade.
And there's some pleasant music playing. Calm down. It's not going to be everybody wants to roll the wheel.
But is it?
Did you say, but is it? No.
It's a different version of it.
No. It's not.
One from Bioshock Infinite, played by the Calliope.
You were thinking the same.
It's just some acoustic guitar and some light singing.
Gonna find a spot in the shade.
Okay.
Who else is at this table? Would I recognize anybody?
Would you sit next to anybody specifically?
Honestly, I'd be mostly looking for the other Bruja at this stage.
Okay. I mean, you can see Colin. Colin and Merrick are actually sitting together, just hanging out, talking, like reading Marmaduke.
Mind if I join?
Yeah.
Have a seat.
We were talking about playing cards in record time later.
Sounds fun. Anybody catch a vibe something's different?
Colin's gonna laugh and go, yeah, Cass is not here. He got in trouble again last night. So. It's quiet. They refilled the Nature Valley bars on the machines.
Nice.
Nothing but crumbs.
Yeah, no, it's so crunchy. I'm just trying to figure out how to try and dig for any information without tipping off that.
Figure that shit out.
Yeah.
Eric's like, I want my guitar.
The weather outside, does it look roughly like same time of year?
It's
Early fall, late
it's
summer.
It's an autumn morning in Portland.
Okay, so that's the same. I don't know. I'll tell you, I don't know. I think I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Just weird dreams or something.
Suck.
Yeah. I don't know. Chatting with somebody else seems to like maybe be going around.
I mean, I'm good. Merrick's gonna be like, I can't leave. I just don't want to listen to this acoustic shit anymore. I'll catch you guys in the rec room. And Merrick's just gonna get up and walk. He misses his guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, I know he's pretty good.
So where are you? Where's Sydney?
He's probably just sitting down, reading the paper and observing and listening to the conversations.
Okay. Enough time is going to pass. I'm not going to make you roll for it. You definitely do see most of the kindred that you've seen, like in the can, are all wearing white
They're running the joint.
and running the place, yeah.
Yeah.
What about Adrian?
Adrian's gonna go through the breakfast line.
Okay. Got a nice variety of things that they'll let you choose from. There's oatmeal, there's eggs, toast, sausage, bacon, kind of stuff. Typical breakfast stuff. No pancakes, unfortunately. There is, however, French toast.
I'm gonna take as much eggs, French toast, and bacon as they will allow me to take.
Who's your sheep for a second? Believe it or not, all of this has to do with that.
What does your resources say?
Roll one dice.
Tinia did also pick up breakfast.
Nope.
I just
5. The guy kind of gives you a shitty look and gives you like half a standard scoop of eggs. Like when you ask for more, he takes some back.
What's his name tag read?
Well, he's marked down as his name tag just says Joey.
I'm presuming plastic silverware.
Everything on your
You get a
plate can be
spork.
eaten with a spoon.
if you're lucky.
And they are very flimsy. If you try, they break. They're actually made out of potato protein.
So you can eat them.
You can eat it with your fingers and with a spoon.
That's awesome. Those of you in the cafeteria, door's going to open, and from behind you, you're going to hear, Tinia, we need to talk. And it's Tony.
I'm getting up and heading right over.
Colin's like, I'll take care of your tray.
Yeah. You're... How...
Here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stepping out into the hallway. What? How are you here? Let's talk, yeah.
Look what I'm fucking wearing.
The scrubs as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make it work. I cannot. I do not grant.
Sorry, of all the things this morning...
I'm sorry. There's more important things, but I finally get to wear clothes of my own, and it's gray.
Yeah, it's,
Here's a copy of
Do you have any idea what's going on?
I woke up in a room.
Your own room?
Yeah, my own room.
Yeah, so did I, and, like...
Nearly pissed myself when I saw the sunlight coming through.
And, like, actually was about to try eating some of those eggs because everybody else seems to be able to, and...
Eggs?
Eggs.
He's just gonna beeline it back to the cafeteria. He just drops conversation, just fucking walks right back in. He just gets in line.
Got his priorities.
Sat over there. Come join me when you...
Yep.
Right.
Eggs.
Eggs. Tinia goes back to the table. Like,
So everyone has a
trying not to have a freak out.
For some of us, it's
So,
eating food.
You see some guy that you've never seen before walk up to Tinia, and they leave hectically, and then he comes right back up and gets breakfast.
Yeah, Tinia clearly looking like she's trying not to freak out too badly. And sits back down.
So I've never seen this person at the Elysium, so I'm going to assume he's an anarch.
Probably, yeah. You haven't met most of the anarchs.
Yeah, I was only there the one time, so. Yeah. But obviously he knows Tinia. All right.
You're gonna get a bang on your door. And there's a guy looking in with a very familiar face who says, "Take your damn meds!" And his sire walks away. That's what Thomas gets. Huh?
What meds?
One's in the little cup on the table.
Oh, he doesn't.
No.
He doesn't
I
stay
heard
around.
it flicker the couple would.
He doesn't stick around.
He just yells at
He
you and
just
leaves.
yells at you, bangs on the door, yells, and leaves.
Come in and make me.
Oh, don't do that. Because they might.
You wanna roll for that? What roll would that be?
That's like...
I mean, there's no bitchiness there. What do you think? Let's do a manipulation.
And maybe intimidation.
Persuasion?
You want to try to do that?
Etiquette, but negative.
Yeah. Let's do intimidation.
Unless you're trying to jump them, then it would be subterfuge.
I mean,
It's like using the etiquette stat to know the opposite of what to say.
I mean, that's true. That's true. I'll let you do either intimidation or etiquette if you're just actively trying to piss him off.
intimidation.
Okay. I've never rolled that before.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my god!
It doesn't matter. You don't have to tell me what you got. I rolled nothing. I got
Straight
all zeros.
Zeros.
So you're gonna hear jangling, and the door's gonna come open.
This
And
is worse than last week.
he walks in
I think it
wearing
might be...
a white jumpsuit that says Ivy Towers. It just says Oak. And he shuts the door behind him with a smile on his face.
Come on, hit me, Daddy.
I didn't think I was going to need his character.
Oh, Tom.
We're going to send Thomas to the infirmary. Not the first time. The best part is Thomas woke up in the infirmary.
Yeah.
There you go. So, there he is, Winston Oaks. Three. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, he is going to just unleash on you. How are you handling that?
I'm hands-free.
Yep.
While he's busy, I'm just shoving a finger inside of his ear. Completely.
You're going to try and just stick a finger in his ear.
Like, forcefully shoving my finger in.
Okay, strength plus brawl.
Oh, to call it dex plus brawl, that's a very small hole.
Dex plus brawl? Small hole?
I've never considered that as a combat tactic.
Neither have I.
No, me neither.
I think your dex and your strength are the same, aren't they?
Yes.
It doesn't
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Something plus brawl.
5?
5? Okay. He's gonna yell, "God damn it," as you jam your finger in his ear.
That's probably gonna be a bleeding ear.
It's not gonna go in his ear canal.
Damn it.
But he yells, "God damn it!"
Boxing his ear.
What is your as he grabs the side of his head? What is your action? Are you going to try to run? Are you going to try to keep laying into him? Like, what are you doing?
Nurse?
You just stay there? Okay. He's going to turn around and swing at you. Close-fisted. He's hitting you. What is your reaction?
Take the punch.
Okay, you just take the punch.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to take 3 superficial damage. And he is going to clock you right in the fucking face. And you are going to land on your bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to go in for another punch.
Nurse?
I think he might be the nurse.
You just take it again?
Kick him in the nuts.
Strength plus brawl.
The beautiful thing is this is all on camera, so they can't say that you...
I'm defending
There's
myself.
no camera in this
What
room.
camera? There's a microphone.
There's a microphone. There's no camera in the personal rooms.
That is 6 successes.
Okay, you nail him right in the nuts. And he is going to collapse. Spewing off profanities that you are pretty sure he invented just now. What is your reaction? Because you know he is going to stand up and he is going to come at you again.
I'm gonna walk up and stomp him in the face.
Okay, brawl plus strength. He is going to attempt a nut punch.
Dude, you could have at least had the decency of like lining his jaw up with your bed frame and then stomping on the.
Oh, that's a great idea. Just kill one of these guys.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that'll go over
7 successes.
great.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that you lay him out. You kick him in the head and he is down. He is unconscious and your door is wide open.
Fuck it. I'm gonna literally take his face, line up his mouth
Oh.
with a frame of the bed.
Oh, I have to remove David from the game. If you kill him and you get caught, I will be removing you from this game for the rest of this plot line. Because you are not going to be able to stay here any longer.
I'm gonna put him in the bed.
Okay, I'm giving you out of character information so that you know that there will be legal repercussions if you murder an NPC right now.
And I'm gonna look for another nurse.
Okay, so you put him in bed?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
put him in the bed and
He's still breathing, but he is unconscious. So what do you do?
I wanna poke my head out. Do I see like another like worker or something?
Still.
Wits and awareness, or intelligence, or wits and intelligence plus investigation, since you're looking for something specific.
2 successes.
2 successes. Yeah, sure. You can see there's a guy who's dressed in a darker gray outfit. Doesn't look. It's almost the same color as your shirt there. It's like that bluish gray color. He's got a hat on that's almost like an old-fashioned policeman's hat, and he's packing. He's got a almost like a utility belt on him. The only thing you don't see on him is a gun, but you do see like little pockets, and you do see like a nightstick and stuff. He's getting a drink of water out of the water.
I'm just gonna poke my head. He's like, yo.
He looks up to you. Castle?
Yeah. Can you come here for a second?
He says,
I thought you were locked. As he's walking, and it's like militaristic walking. As he's walking down the hallways, like I thought you were locked in your
I'm
room.
literally like just. He came in, tried to punch me.
Okay.
I didn't do anything.
Are you going to make this bad, or are you going to make this worse than it is?
I'm surrendering here. I didn't do anything.
Turn around. Face the wall. Put your hands behind your back. And he's going to cuff you. And I'm going to take you away. And he's going to put you in a solitary room, which is literally going to be a room about the size of our bathroom with no furniture, a drain on the floor, and like really, really tough yet plush walls.
Can I get a ball at least?
No. And he's going to take your handcuffs off, and he's going to put you in the room and shut the door. Wits and awareness as he's putting you in there. See if he catches name tag.
4 successes.
4 successes. This incredibly ruggedly handsome man has a name tag that says J. Monroff. Locks you in the cell. Trying to get David to play, he just keeps getting thrown into solitary over and over. So,
You keep enticing him.
Dude,
What he has here is
guys
a
like
failure
you.
to communicate.
Sometimes it's called playing the long game.
there is a voice that comes over the speaker, and it says, "Sorry to cut breakfast short, everyone, but unfortunately we have an issue we have to clean up. Everyone needs to return to their rooms. We will try to get this fixed up as soon as possible and get everybody back to their recreation time. Feel free to take your breakfast with you." And then you get a lot of and everybody picks up their things and everybody heads on back. Go ahead. Turn the radio off. I've just said, fuck monetizing these. I can't with the shit you guys say. Whatever. This part of my channel survives simply off people loving it. That's it. Anyway, so yeah, you guys are sent back to your rooms. You are allowed to take your breakfast. If anybody wants, the orderlies will turn their back if anybody wants to get coffee or anything like that before they go. If you want to, you have to roll stealth. Apparently, this kitchen manager just really fucking hates you.
I think you've probably ticked him off a few times in the past.
Someone put enemy on their sheet.
Or that!
An enemy in this place is literally a guy who's like, here, have eggs.
More? You want more?
John to Jay will be like, you want to wait a minute and then we'll walk back to your room? So you're not stuck in the hall with all those people?
It's okay.
Alright.
Thanks.
I'm going to see if I can go clean up the kitchen then. Just, they said you can take your stuff with you, so. Okay. He's going to get up and try to have a good day. Walk off. Both of you, I need, actually all three, I need Sydney, Adrian, and Jay to roll one die.
7.
1. Okay. You're going to be held back. This has nothing to do with your enemy, Adrian. I'm very sorry that Adrian is going to be held back for a second. Basically, what happens is you are in the same hallway as the incident. So they have to clean up the incident before they can send you back to your room. And the incident happens to be one of the lead staff of the hotel unconscious. So, or not hotel, the hospital unconscious. Hotel. So it's going to take a few minutes, and when you are finally allowed to walk out, you see a man that you've seen in the Elysium. Yeah, you see his sire, since you know exactly what he looks like because you saw the fight. You see his sire being wheeled out, unconscious, on a stretcher.
What's that? 3 for 0?
Seems like if you take all that fortitude and potence off that pitcher, he goes down really quick. But yeah, after a few minutes, you'll be let back to your room. I can give you guys time in your rooms if you want, or we can jump straight into rec time.
I'm gonna look through my storage solutions for somewhere to stash Danishes.
Okay. What do you got on your room?
It says room, closet, security, resources, and status patients is my bank.
Oh, you got a closet.
Yeah.
You have a
Okay.
closet. So you have a place to store
Top open
things.
my closet and top shelf my pastries.
Okay. Yeah, I think you had like a store, like extra storage or something on your sheet for Haven, so you got a closet.
Question: I have security. Also, does that mean I actually have people outside my door, or does that?
No, it means you have a lock on your door from the inside.
Okay.
So you have been trusted enough in your room to be able to have like a little slide bar lock.
Okay.
So you are allowed to
I
have
don't
more
want-
privacy. Also, if you have security on your sheet, you have one of the window blinds on your door as well. So you can actually have
You can roll down the
privacy.
shade.
Oh, cool.
Very nice.
I'm finally going to actually gather the nerve to try the French toast.
So do you go to your room and you just sit there and you breathe in and you breathe out and you go, "I'm fucking breathing." And you take a bite and it is more wondrous than you could ever fucking remember.
Even if it's really
Holy
terrible.
shit. This is amazing. It's so good. They put vanilla in it. There's vanilla and cinnamon and oh my god, there's a little bit of powdered sugar
Stop
on
killing me,
it.
Tony. Stop killing
It's
me.
so good.
That's how I
It
make
is
mine.
so
I'm so sorry.
good.
I'm dying here.
Yeah, no, like, Tinny has officially
David's
been dead
dying
longer than
from
she was
hunger here.
alive, so
Yeah.
that's,
Did you have a dinner or something?
No, I did. I did.
just
I
really
do that with the
A thing.
thick.
Toast.
He can't eat that type of French toast without his blood
And they
sugar
give you
going.
like
Oh, snap.
they,
Right.
this kitchen is good. It's like they give
Every
you
morning went to.
they give you like
French toast.
nearly completely, but it's still kind of solid butter. So it's like
yeah. I'm also going to...
and when you get back to your room, all of you have two small pink and blue paisley printed pills in little 2-ounce cups with a little paper cup of water next to it on your dressers. And if anybody has addiction or substance anything on their sheet and they want to avoid it, you have to roll a willpower to not take it.
Addiction as in for drugs or
Like
there's
any
a
kind-
flaw.
any
if
kind
you
of
have a flaw on your
substance.
sheet that says substance use or addiction,
You'll notice that your substance abuse stuff has been
Yeah.
changed to
Got it.
meds.
not for me.
Okay, so that's
See, I
just
didn't have
waiting for
some-
Oh no, you're just an
Somebody-
alcoholic.
I have substance abuse on my sheet as a vampire, but I have it now as a boy.
I think you had a feeding thing.
yeah. Or,
Like
or
you had like long bond or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. That's also been changed over to addiction of medications.
Okay.
Yeah, the bond or feeding ones have been
Gotcha.
swapped around. Because, yeah, same.
4 successes. Try not to get the shakes.
4 successes.
That's only 2 successes for me.
Dance. Can I get a wits and awareness as you're walking back to your room? Also,
7.
so you're fine. Like as long as you get as long as you get 2, you're fine. You're not gonna like freak out.
4 successes. I'm going to hide the pills under the somewhere in the mattress or the
successes
bedding,
Okay.
and I'll drink the water.
Okay. 3 successes.
Yeah, for what's awareness.
As you are walking to your room, you'll notice that just down the hall, one of the people who's also walking down your hall, it's Annette.
Remember who Annette is? Sorry.
Annette was the
Illinois.
female gangrel in Chicago.
Oh,
with
okay.
Hader.
Yeah.
With the fucking
Okay,
with the killing
yeah.
masochist bird.
Yes, I remember Hader.
With the sadist, yeah,
Yeah,
with the
I remember
with the,
Hader.
with the pigeon sadist. Yes.
The pigeon massacre, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot that was your character's name.
Yeah, no, Annette's here.
Okay, this is making a little bit more sense.
Is it? Because I wrote it and I'm confused.
I'm still confused, but
Yeah.
I'm theorizing.
Yeah,
I think
she-
theories are making a little more sense.
She walks by and just gives you a little, nod up.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know the male code of nodding, I'm going to share this because the patients all use this. Okay? There is hi.
Yeah.
There's step outside. Like there's a fight. There is check that shit out. And then there is kick your ass over there. seriously, those are the 4 meetings. That is a thing. Just letting you know. All of the patients here use the male nod code. So
That's fine.
I'm sorry to everybody who thinks that I should not have shared that publicly. Anyway. Okay, so you're hiding your meds under the bed, or like under the mattress?
Like somewhere in the bedding. I don't want it to be too obvious because one of the first places they're probably going to check for meds is going to be directly under the mattress.
Well, give me
subterfuge or
I would actually say let's go ahead and do let's do intelligence plus stealth.
Yeah.
And you have no stealth, so roll your intelligence. And
actually, I was thinking if I crush them down to powder form and just kind of spread them under the bed, they'd look like dust.
It'll be they're capsules.
Ah.
Oh, so then I just see a break them apart.
Yeah. So, but what do you do with the external pieces?
Flush them.
Okay, so you're just gonna keep them in your pocket and
You know what? I can
flush 'em?
swallow the fucking empty capsules.
Yes, you can.
I will empty it out and just swallow
Okay.
the empty capsules. I don't. Do these rooms have their own bathrooms attached to them, or
There's a pissing corn.
Well, some hospitals have like their own bathroom privately, and some of them have a
Considering
bath down
the
the
fact that they lock you in your rooms at night, yes, you have your own bathrooms.
hall. Okay, well then I could just flush the whole pills down the toilet to
You
begin
could.
with.
Are you doing that?
Yeah. Sorry. They're flushed. That way I don't even have to look at the shit.
It's fine. What about anybody else? Is anybody else doing anything with their meds? Are you taking them? Or are you
So
ignoring
they're
them?
just there when I get
Yeah, they're just there with some water.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
I'm going to take a second, let that soak in, and use that confidence and a really deep breath or two. Close the window shade.
Okay. They actually, when you take them, go ahead and heal whatever willpower you had issues with, and add 1 temporary willpower. These pills actually kind of give you a feeling of everything's fine. So I guess you're +1 on willpower rolls for the time being. So, what about you guys?
Drink the water. I'm also going to flush the pills down the toilet after breaking them apart.
Okay. What about Tinia?
I rolled a 2, so
Okay. You don't have to take them if you don't want to. Basically, you have the free will to
Yeah.
do what you're doing.
yeah, I'm also gonna avoid them.
Okay.
So probably,
Do you flush them? Do you?
yeah, probably.
It's an
It's the
obvious
easiest
way
way
to
to get rid of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just trying to think. Well, would there be any way of people noticing that? Nah, probably not.
It's like the Super Bowl. Everybody gets back from lunch.
Yeah, like, it's kind of funny because like when you get there, you do hear you hear several toilets flush like the moment everybody gets back in their room.
Well, people are coming back from cafeteria too, so
Yeah,
I mean,
that coffee gets you moving.
yeah.
That's true. That's true.
And I'm also gonna look around the room more in depth.
Okay. You have
Hostile.
Oscar. Okay.
That's what I'm definitely carrying.
Yeah. I let you keep that.
Yeah, I know he's not going.
So, in the back of your closet, behind your clothes, behind everything that you would have hanging up and stuff like that. And you have some things, some personal belongings. There is a very large air grate. You can get into the air conditioning system of this place.
Good to know. That's very much so. I know it's not
I
quite
had to
like.
put some thought into these.
I know it's not going to be quite like Die Hard because boy, do metal ducks make a racket when you're trying to crawl
These
along
are
one.
fictional
Yeah.
air conditioning vents. They are well insulated for sound. You will probably have to do like a stealth check or something like that if you're crawling around in them. But they are large enough for you to fit in.
Cool. Neat. Yeah, at that stage is just kind of basically wait to see what happens next. I guess.
Does anybody have anything they need to say before we move on to the next thing? No? Okay. After about a half an hour of being stuck in your rooms, some of you have TVs, some of you have radios, depending on your resources level. Or your luxury level, or whatever. You hear a voice, same feminine voice over the radio that you heard this morning that said breakfast, and she's like, "Sorry for keeping you guys in your room. We had a little bit of an issue this morning. Everything's fine. Everything's taken care of. But if anybody wants private time in your room, you can. The rec room is open, and so's the garden. And you guys all hear your rooms unlock."
Does the voice sound familiar?
Give me a wits. Actually, it's the intelligence plus insight, and I would say you're probably down one trait because of how staticky it is.
So I only get to roll 2.
You get to roll 2 die.
One success.
One success. It's so familiar, you really can't quite make it out, though.
Fair. But that's definitely somebody I know.
Yeah. After a couple of minutes, after your door is unlocked, there will be an orderly who walks. Right, it's probably John again, actually. There's a orderly who walks room to room, knocking on the doors of the people who stayed in. Just walking in. If you guys leave your rooms when you have the option, you will notice that the people who have left their rooms leave their doors open. John's going from room to room, just collecting plates and stuff, since people were allowed to take food into their rooms, which a lot of people were excited about because that's not allowed. But they didn't want to screw anybody out of breakfast.
Oh, good point. Fold a towel over my Danish box.
John likes you. He's not going to turn you in, but he's also not going to check your closet.
But he's also not the only orderly.
That's very true. It's very true.
It's nothing that'll hold up to a long-term search, but casual observation. Okay.
So I'm heading out to the rec room.
Okay.
When I start to go out my door, if I see John walking and collecting, I'll stack both of the little cups on the tray and hand him the tray.
Okay, so you make things nice for him. Mm-hmm. That's nice considering the fact that he's a fellow Toreador in your mind. So it's nice to see that you're nice to your clan. Yeah, he'll get to your room eventually. You are on a separate hallway from the others, just because you're actually on the same hallway as Thomas's room. You'll notice that Thomas's room is the only room that is not open there's one room on the hall a couple doors down from you that is not open. This is the worst fucking description ever. I'll take it. Anyway, so.
But yeah, heading to the rec room.
Rec room?
Same.
Okay. There are... They're not 80. There's not 18. I'm going to go ahead and say that there's 8. There's 8 other people in the room, not counting orderlies that are in here.
I'm going to look around, and since everyone else is here, I'm just going to see if I can keep my eye out for my sire, since everyone else seems to be here.
Yeah. Wits and awareness? Since you're keeping your eye out? You got 4 successes. Let's just say on the way to your room, when they were locking everything down, you walk past a set of double doors that has I need a good. Okay. Sometimes it takes me a second. You walk by a set of double doors that has a couple of like wheelie carts outside of them. They're empty, but they have like multiple shelves, and you hear your sire's voice inside.
Okay.
You don't really see anybody else. You don't see any other patients in there, but you see her. No, do you look in? Do you?
Yeah, I'll stand aside, not making it obvious I'm listening in, but I'll take a peek inside just to verify it's her. But I'll scan outside of the window range and kind of listen in.
Okay. The sign over the door says Shan's, like the name Shannon, but abbreviated Shan's, apostrophe S, tree.
Shannon's
Tree.
Shan's tree. And it's
Shan's
a
tree.
library. Give me a
That's terrible.
give me an intelligence and awareness.
That really mentally hurt me.
That mentally hurt you? Good to the last drop. Cafe didn't.
Maxwell House.
Hey.
Hush.
Someone doesn't like Maxwell House coffee, I hear.
Oh yeah. No. You got 3 successes there. 4 again?
Yeah.
Okay. 4 successes. The other voice that you hear is William Porter, the Malkavian Primogen.
Okay.
They're just having a pleasant conversation.
I can feel what they're saying.
They are talking about how good it would be if we can get some funding in to get new books for the patients. Some up-to-date National Geographics or something like that. It would be really nice. The city's funding. They're working really close with the mayor, so they're hoping that they can do better.
My God, I hate this place already. Alright. Okay, so I'm assuming she's just like everybody else here, at least for now.
I mean, you can assume that. But that was on your way to your room. So, where do you go after they open the doors and let you out again? Do you go rec room? Do you go...
I'll head over toward... You know what? Fuck it, I'll go by the library and see what books they actually have available.
It's a nice library. They have most books.
Most books.
They have most books. There's going to be certain things that they don't have. Pretty much anything with anything that could possibly upset someone is not going to be in here. So I guess that's most books.
I'm about to say.
They have a nice.
You might have a non-approved lending list.
Yes. So. There's actually there's a cabinet behind the counter that has books that you can see through it's almost like somebody moved a brick front in here as a book cabinet, and it's got a padlock on it. And there's certain books, like you can see, like To Kill a Mockingbird of Mice and Men. Like
The restricted
Yeah.
The
section.
good books.
yeah, the books that we're not allowed to let you have anymore, but they had access to them before book bannings. But yeah, you see a lot of National Geographics, Reader's Digest condensed books, things like that.
Oh, fun.
We told the Tremere he's not allowed to have the books. It's hell.
It really is.
And yeah, your sire's in there. She's like putting books back where they go. She's checking the SKU numbers and putting them back where they go.
Keep him busy.
Sydney, how are you doing? Did you need any more books?
Uh,
We're getting the Percy Jackson series.
Percy Jackson, huh?
Yeah, it's really cute. It's a little kid with Greek mythology and stuff mixed in with it. It's really nice. It's kind of like Harry Potter, but it gets into gods instead of like a witch school.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
She kind of like is wandering around, like looking down the aisles and stuff, and she just like beelines it back to the like quick fast walk over to the cabinet with the restricted books, and she unlocks it, and she goes, "Do not get caught with this," and she hands you a small fabric bound book that has a smell to it and looks old.
I'm going to nod my head.
Just be careful, don't get caught with this, and if you do, I didn't give it to you.
Understood. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to quickly take that into my room, close the door, lock it,
Okay.
and
You're allowed.
unwrap the bindings and see what kind of book it is.
Okay.
Into my room. And then no matter what sounds you hear, do not interrupt me.
Not a bread bowl full of pasta. Anyway, bread bowl full of buttered noodles. Yeah, it's a very old book. You can see where like bookworms have actually gotten in and eaten close to the spine. A couple of the pages look like they're about to fall out,
Okay.
and it seems like a legit grimoire that's been printed. It's not handwritten or anything. It looks like it has been printed, and it actually says like on the publishing page, you see a little triangle with a sun and like a weird. It's so detailed but so small that it's hard to make it out what the details on it are. But there's like a cross with like spade ends on it that are like slightly. It's colored in slightly like grayed, and it says like published by the Order of the Golden Dawn.
That's what I figured.
A cold of 5. Can I make a roll to...
Oh yeah, by all means. Intelligence what I call.
I obviously know who the Order of the Golden Dawn are. So. Aleister Crowley got thrown down the stairs by
Yeah.
W.B. Yeats. Yes, the poet.
They all woke up in insane
Oh,
asylum.
shit.
That's a lot of zeros.
I've got 4. Yeah.
Holy
I
moly!
crit twice.
Double crit
8.
plus others.
9. You got 9 successes.
It might be a 10, actually. Is that a 7 or a 1?
That's a 7 here.
Yeah, that's 10
Oh
successes.
fuck! 10 successes.
Good God.
Yeah, you know who the Order of the Golden Dawn are.
Wow.
Okay, you know so much about the Order of the Golden Dawn. They are they're an organization that was founded in like Victorian England that is said to be connected to the Illuminati, and we're going to go ahead and just say you know for a fact that they are. You've studied under some of the people who helped found it. They controlled most of Victorian England's political system under the crown. It's actually said that Queen Victoria had this like really vulgar Scotsman that used to hang around her after her husband died. And there were a lot of rumors flying around about how she's like sleeping with this non-noble guy who's always wearing a kilt, like constantly, and he would call her out and call her horrible names in public in front of underlings, and she would just laugh at it, and to the point where there's a bronze statue of him outside the palace. Like, he was her best friend. And, like, she'd be like, oh, I'm doing this. And he'd be like, stop being a bitch! And, like, to the queen?
My best friend, the foul-mouthed Scotsman.
He really was. But apparently he was a member of the Order of the Golden Dawn, and it said that he had influence. But it's also said to be a mage academy, that there were vampires involved in it. Like, there's a lot of weird shit in there. In fact, at this point, if you have a specific question, you can ask me and I'll tell you. So, yes.
Okay. I am... Well, I don't have to deal with...
You hear somebody say, what's that smell?
Who's here? I'm going to start looking around again.
There's nobody else in this room. You're in the room, the door's locked.
I'm going to answer old book.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to start looking through this. Like,
This is how you're spending your rec time, is in the room.
I mean, I'm glad I'm not dealing with my one of my touchstones as a vampire is to always seek out new knowledge.
Yeah.
And,
Your convictions, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a damn good book.
Yeah, I can see my character just sitting here and just...
You've got a book. Gotcha.
Yeah, that is how he's going to spend his rec time and any spare time he's got. Yeah. Is there any, like, handwritten notes or anything as far as, like, from...
Who somebody else just checked it out?
Like...
Always love finding margin notes and
Right.
books.
Little Cliff Notes
Hi, sorry there, dog.
from someone named Cliff.
Yeah, no. W.B. Yeats was Yeats, the poet, was apparently a member of the Golden Dawn, and Aleister Crowley got just thrown out.
He was
of the
kicked
order.
out.
He got kicked out of the order, and then he wouldn't leave their clubhouse essentially, and kept putting hexes on people until Yeats literally bodily yeeted him down the stairs.
I am actually, I am faintly sure that that's where that came from.
To yeet somebody
I
from
feel
Yeats?
that yeeting actually came from William Butler Yeats, throwing Aleister Crowley out. Actually, the inside says, to my good friend William, love, Brahm. Nice throwing arm. So, knowing what you know about the Golden Dawn, since you rolled fucking 10, I gotta write that down.
Also, Crowley managed to con the UK government into paying him to go do weird sex magic in the woods to try and curse the Nazis.
Well, I mean, when it comes to Nazis...
Well, the Golden Dawn was in charge of things
Okay.
efficiently enough.
That, by the way,
In the
in
woods,
real life,
he's not at her clubhouse.
that happening is literally the origin of where Wicca came from.
Fair.
Those old people who went out there and did the rites in the woods to keep Hitler back, when they got disbarred from the Golden Dawn, they formed Wicca.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Yep.
That's exactly.
Yeah, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn.
2 crits.
I can't believe I rolled 2 crits on that. That never freaking happens. And it's on a roll like that. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah,
So
but that's fucking awesome. I'm so
Watch it
excited.
turn out to come out useful.
You know for a fact that the names of this book and the reference is this book was gifted to William Butler Yeats by Bram Stoker for throwing Aleister Crowley out of the building.
Yeah, my character will not be leaving his room for a very long time. In fact, eventually one of the orderlies might wonder what's
Whatever
wrong.
information you can find online about the Golden Dawn is in that book,
Okay.
including rituals and anything else.
So it was a gift because he yeeted and he was stoked.
Bram Stoker was actually a member of the Golden Dawn. Yeah.
Stoked.
Stoked, yeah.
What am I doing with you? David. You're in
You're in solitary.
You're in literal solitary confinement because you beat the shit
Out of somebody that was punching.
out of someone they don't care. Who they're gonna believe? The well-respected member or you? You're gonna be in there for a while. And after a while, the little door or the little like window flap thing is gonna open, like a little slide window is gonna open, and you're gonna hear Porter's voice. William, or sorry,
Dang.
Thomas.
He literally has his eyes closed and he just opens one of them. Yes.
I thought everything was gonna be okay.
Everything was okay until he came in and started punching me.
We'll do a full investigation.
And then tell you.
Somehow I don't
going.
believe that.
Okay. When the director comes in, we'll have a sit down. And then
Like I knock on the thing.
yeah, he opens it back up. Yes.
Who's the director?
When Mr. King comes back in,
Mm-hmm.
we'll have a sit down. Director King. Okay?
Please do.
Okay. Did you at least get breakfast?
I didn't have the time. I was trying to cover myself from being punched.
I'll see what I can do. Alright.
Yeah, he's saying this with the most angelic face ever.
Yeah. Okay, so you're in your room. You're in a new room. A better room.
We're gonna put you in.
Nice,
So-
nice, soft walls.
So you three
Rec room.
are in the rec room. Okay? When you walk into the rec room, it's fairly large. There's a couple of, like, every so often, it's not enough to, like, block sight, but there are what look like support pillars in this room. They actually try to, like, build little reading nooks around them. But they have, like, plastic covers over things, but there are wall sockets built in. But you can't get to them without permission. There's actually little signs that are taped to the wall and laminated that says, "Remember, please ask." And there's like a little picture of a cord with a smiley face on it. And there's like board games and fun books in here, coloring books, art books. There's 4 TVs in here, one in each quadrant of the room, bolted to the wall, with like a little living room setup around it, couple chairs, a couch, coffee table kind of thing. And but the volume is down low enough that if you walk more than 10 feet away, you can't hear it. And then directly across from the doors that you would walk in to come into this room is another set of double doors, and you can see windows and everything that lead out to the garden. And there's just this large open area, and you see several individuals that you know out there just walking around in the sunshine, playing catch, keeping themselves occupied. You see Colin Griffin and Merrick are, like they said, they're playing They're playing poker with what looks like a cop who's just like joking around, laughing, and just nice, handsome looking guy, and he's enjoying their company. Like there's a couple other people around here. There's a couple of vending machines. There's also you can coordinate where you are in this building when you realize that there's a side, like, not mystical portal, but like a window that opens to the next room, that opens to good to the last drop. Okay. And you can see Marty cleaning off the stainless steel counters and everything behind. You see Marty. Yeah. And yeah, it's board games.
Yeah.
There's a foosball table. Yeah. I was going to say air hockey, but I see problems.
Yeah.
There is an air hockey table, but none of the stuff, because most likely Thomas.
I wonder whose face that
For
is.
some reason, Thomas is the cause of all the violence.
I wonder whose
Not
face
even any
that
of the brouhaha.
If you push the Venture's buttons, he's gonna get violent.
So again, if like I said, there are 8 people in here. I'm going to say there's 11. There's 11 NPCs that you can ask about in here. 3 of them being the men at the table who are playing poker.
Okay. I spot Jay, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah. This is the first time you've seen Jay. Well, except for when you passed in the hall. Yeah. I'm going to say Tony's in here, too.
Okay.
Just to make things very complicated.
And Annette. And they're sitting near each other, having a very hushed, wide-eyed, freaked-out conversation.
Okay, that's... Jay, are you finding this as weird as I am?
Weird how so?
Come on, man. All of it.
How's Adrian doing?
I want more breakfast.
Well, if your character is actually hungry, if what David said is true, there is, like I said, vending machines, and there is the little window that leads to the Good to the Last Drop Cafe.
So just so you understand what I was doing, which was actually in character.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, the tapping, I just out of character, like going, okay, that's a...
I think I got a D, and then somebody stuck their hand.
What are you doing? I'm very confused.
So
This looks like a cipher.
Not exactly.
not exactly.
Okay.
No,
Vietnam,
quite-
American
if you're
POWs.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
learning the tap, or you're teaching people the tap code.
No,
How do you
He's
tell that?
using
I'm
the tap
using the
code.
tap code.
Okay.
You do a grid.
Whether
There's
anybody
the
gets it is the
alphabet.
next question.
Okay.
rows.
Okay.
And you rows. Then
What are you
I
saying?
didn't get it.
What are you saying in the tap code?
So the way tap code works is
Yeah. I am actually aware of the tap code. I just do not personally know the tap code.
I teach kids.
And I will fully admit my nerd origin for knowing the tap code is from watching The Flash. So there was an entire plot line in like season 4 about it. But yeah.
currently he's tapping out SOS.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Like at one of the tables?
So he's got a chessboard set up in front of him,
Okay.
and he's just
Tapping one of the
tapping
pieces.
with one of the pawns,
Okay.
because It looks innocent enough.
Give me, just roll one die. Roll one die, tell me what you get.
6.
Cool.
Because there's one person in particular who I think would pick up on it if he's here.
Yeah, and I am assuming that you're thinking Nick. Because Nick is going to sit down at the table and go, "You alright?"
I don't know, am I?
Well, you're in here, so.
He's wearing gray. He's wearing the same clothes as you are. Do you want, like... I mean, SOS is a very interesting way to say, hey, you want to play a game of chess? I'm up for it, but I don't think it's that much of an emergency. Unless you really gotta play, man. I'm happy to help. So yeah, one of the 11 is also Nick.
Yeah.
What was the last conversation you and me had before right now?
The last conversation we had? Weren't you... He, like, looks around, gets all hushed. Weren't you, like, gonna get something for Trent or something like that? You know how the pills make it all fuzzy. But, like, you were gonna pick up something for Trent from the chick with the dreads, right? Like, you needed me to go talk to them about that. Because Thomas got his ass whooped again. It fits! That's what happened! By the way, Thomas is in solitary again. He apparently beat up one of the big guys on the board. Like one of the security guys. So he's like, they're going to be talking about whether or not, like, when the guy wakes up, they're going to be talking about whether or not he's pressing charges. And, like, I'm not even sure if he's going to be able to stay here anymore. He'll start moving chess, like, he starts playing chess with you. So.
Hear me if I'm actually talking right now?
Yeah, I can hear
I
you.
don't think that I'm hearing what you're actually saying. I think my brain is filling it in with the hallucinations from before, if that's actually you. So, I'm sorry.
Alright, Jay, what are you hearing me say?
You're talking to me, but it sounds... But I'm hearing you talk to me about the hallucinations.
No, what are you hearing me say? I want to know what you're interpreting what I'm saying.
You were saying we walked through a doorway.
Mm-hmm.
There's a familiar voice by one of the TVs that yells, "Man, I want to watch fucking Pawn Stars," and it's Sam.
I'm surprised it's not Big Brother, the trashy son of a bitch.
Actually, what he's trying to watch, sorry, damn it, not Pawn Stars. I want to watch.
Real Housewives?
No, he's trying to watch.
The Batch.
The Bachelor.
No, he's trying to watch.
If I miss the rose ceremony, I'm gonna be pissed.
Storage Wars.
Storage Wars. Oh, he would like Storage Wars.
Yeah, let's watch Storage Wars. There's 4 more available NPC slots. I will be rolling die periodically to see if I fill them up. So if anybody wants a specific NPC, they need to start talking.
Yes. Jay will kind of notice Tinny just kind of going like, what the heck is he doing here sort of look. She's looking progressively a little bit more and more freaked out the more people she's noticing.
Yeah, I don't like Sam.
You met Sam?
Yeah, I don't like him.
Are you sure you've met Sam?
Pretty sure.
Jay, I think you're filling in blanks that aren't there.
Well, I just kind of have to hold it together until group, and then I can talk to Dr. Porter.
How many orderlies are in here?
11 people. I'm going to say that there are 4 orderlies, one in each quadrant. There's one reading a newspaper, one who's watching TV along with Sam, one with a Game Boy, like a classic old clunky brick of a Game Boy, and the other one who seems to be doing Sudoku. None of them are actively paying attention. Sudoku? I don't fucking care. I'm glad if some of you guys enjoy those. I don't. Anyway.
What kind of condition is the Game Boy in?
I mean, it's dirty. It's got hand oil markings on it. You know, it's got that that discoloration from age. You trying to place a year or something? It's clever. No, he's just got an out-of-date video game.
Well, I'm already certain that whoever or whatever has set this up, their sense of time is off.
Okay.
Because the last thing that Nick remembers talking to me about happened at the beginning of the night. There's nothing that happened.
That was the last time we talked to you. Face
to face, but that was not the last time we communicated. So.
Okay. That's cool. I just don't remember. Anyway. What was the last thing that you guys talked about?
It was. I told him I was in jail.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah, he'll mention something about like how you were supposed to do that thing for Trent, but you got caught and had to spend the night in solitary. So his shit checks out. I just forgot. Anyway, Nick has a better memory than I do.
Just do try and keep it together, Jay. The orderlies. Just I haven't spotted them yet, and they may just be around somewhere else. Rhino or Billy Smith. I'm kind of looking for either of them.
They are here. They are wearing gray. They are patients.
Okay.
And they are playing backgammon off to the corner.
Yep. Okay. I think I'm going to drop in on Tony and Annette because the heck.
Okay. They're having a very in-depth, conversation. And Annette is going to look over and go, "Oh, hey.
Hi.
Hey.
What are you doing here?" To Annette.
I personally have not figured that shit out yet. But thank you.
Yeah, no, I think we're all working on that one.
Oh, good.
So, anybody have any clues?
Tony goes, "So, Annette?"
Annette, we met in Chicago.
Annette from Chicago. And she just looks over and she's like, yeah. And she's just nodding really fast with her eyes wide open. Fine. Annette from fucking Chicago. And he just gets up and storms out. Tony's an emotional little
Yes, he is. Do you know what that was about?
She just kind of like shoulder slump. She breathes out really hard. And she runs her fingers through her hair. And she talks to you in a British accent. I'm very sorry. I've known Tony for a very long time. Alice. And she shakes your hand. I'm sorry, we reinvent ourselves when we come over to the States sometimes.
Alice.
Alice Mockingham, yes. You will know from Tony's
That was the
shared
premiere,
memories.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Tony and I used to work security together.
Yeah, I'm aware. Okay, this just got even more confusing.
Yes. She just doesn't know what to say. She just she's looking at her feet, looking up at you and smiling a little bit, and then going back down to being awkward. We're breathing.
Hmm?
We're breathing.
And having breakfast.
I have a pulse.
I'm about to go take a look in the garden. I'm pretty sure I can because I see some of the
I
people
haven't-
out there.
Worked up to that. Sitting by a window is one thing, but we
It's-
can do that anyway sometimes. But the light doesn't typically come in when we do that.
No,
But it's new. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll go for a walk through the garden. Maybe. This is nicer than a lot of the asylums in England.
I wouldn't know.
I would.
I'm okay. Are the other two here?
The other two?
The other ones. Tommy and.
Oh God, you know about that.
Yes, I know about that.
Oh, no. I have not seen them anyway. There are a lot.
I mean,
of
if
people
you're here as an, I knew you. I know this face as Annette. I
Tommy
don't.
died.
I know. Doctor.
I mean, we all died, but Tommy was.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no. Doctor. What was his name?
Banerjee.
Banerjee. I was trying to say Bajira or something like that. That's not quite
Henry Banerjee.
it. Yeah, Dr.
No.
Banerjee.
No.
I mean, if you're wearing Annette's face, because the faces are different. Maybe he is too.
I mean, that's possible.
Oh,
But to be 100% honest, when I woke up, I had access to the Vistitude.
What? Wait, you can.
Oh dear, not now. When I woke up in the States, I had access to that. And claws. It's interesting.
Interesting combination, yeah.
It's very lucky to be able to carry over any of my normal things. But I had a whole new skill set that was very, very exciting.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Miss my bird. He's out there just terrorizing pigeons.
I'm sure he is. Right. Okay. This whole situation is messed
Strange.
up and weird,
Yes.
and there's got to be a catch somewhere. somewhere. Maybe, probably not a physical one. Right. I think I might try for the garden.
Lucas. Lucas is also in here.
Somehow he's the one I find the least surprising to find
He
in
seems
here.
fine.
Yeah,
He's off in a corner, sitting in a window, listening to music, like on a big chonky radio with records and these massive, like old 1970s headphones. He's just rocking out by himself in the corner.
Saying to Annette.
His hair's white,
That's different.
like stress grade.
Huh.
Saying to Annette.
Well, glad to see you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll keep our eyes open.
Oh yes, no. There's lots of things we need to keep.
Pull information as soon as we can.
Yeah.
I'm going to try for the garden, see if I can see anything
Okay.
outside.
As you are walking out of the room,
Yeah.
The-
It's going to take a bit of nerve, but...
the two sets of double doors that lead in here from the same hallway. It's like literally double doors, 5 feet of space, double doors. The two sets of double doors are wide open,
Yeah.
looking out into the hall. And as you are turning to walk out, you will notice that a group of probably half a dozen people who are not wearing the typical white or gray
Okay.
clothing. They're wearing nice clothes, which is why I'm not throwing you a test. You're going to
Yeah.
catch the color. Are walking past the rec room and looking in, just curiosity, just looking in as they pass, and you will definitely see the majority of the Primogen Council.
Okay.
You definitely see William Porter. He's the only one wearing white because he's wearing
Yeah.
a white lab
Doctor's coat.
jacket over it. And next to him, and kind of leading the group, you see Darian King as he's walking down the hall and just kind of looks in. And if he sees you looking, he'll go and just keep on going. Smug fucking face, like
Yeah. I just kind of, hi, sort of. Great. Okay, cool. Great.
and he's carrying a box.
What kind of box?
Like just a cardboard box from UPS kind of thing.
Okay. Like it's been taped up, or
Yeah,
like
you see
something that's just been
tape.
delivered?
You see tape, but it's been cut open. It's like slightly.
Okay. It looks like something's been delivered.
Yeah, and he's got it under his arm, and just
Okay.
and they're just walking down the hall.
Fair.
I'm going to be kind and give you guys a moment to discuss without me hearing. 'Cause I have to pee. My allergy to game.
That's me now debating whether to follow the group or continue with Plan Sunlight.
See, this is the problem I'm having with playing characters like this one. The moment he's given something that, like this, gone. It's just...
See you in 3 days when I'm done chewing.
At least it's not that long a book. You might have it done by tomorrow morning.
I mean, if
Fair
it's...
enough. What from your can't speed read?
They all said it was fairly thin, so.
The readings will continue until you hit 150 pages an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering where the Hakata are fitting into this.
It's all their fault.
Entirely plausible. Like, that is distinctly on my list of who might be responsible for this.
I mean, it's been the case for, what, like 3 arcs.
Yeah, pretty much,
Or
yeah.
something.
In fairness, one of the arcs was all Hikata-centric, so...
That just means it's all their fault.
Yeah. But, I mean, they were also the ones responsible for fixing it that time.
Yeah, but if you set a...
Actually, no, technically, that one was the Ventru's fault.
If you set fire to your neighbor's house, and then you put it out, and it's mostly okay, you're still your fault.
I said, in fairness, that one was the Ventru's fault. He was the one building the thing.
Which, okay, that
Wait, he was a Toreador.
I thought it was Ventru.
No, he was Toreador.
McCarthy?
McCarthy?
McCarthy, yeah, Toreador.
Arrow. Either way, he wasn't Takata.
Yes, but he had help, and that help was from a...
Yeah.
and not like small help, like this absolutely could
Here's a
work
box
without.
of feathers. Build the spirit bomb. So, are you continuing to play chess with Nick?
Currently, yes.
Okay. Because...
Do we want to see who's winning, or is this just for fun?
Pretty much just for fun.
Are you winning?
He's just having fun playing speed chess.
Looking up.
Nick is not a speed chess person. Just letting you. He's a nice, smart guy, but he's not a fucking genius.
I'm looking up stuff on the Homeric Order of the Golden Dawn,
And
I found their website.
Oh yeah, they're still around.
Yeah, no, they're still
Their
active.
main office is in Florida.
That does not
That's
surprise me.
I am upset about this, but all right.
Wait, where in Florida? Elfers. No, that's not where I thought it was.
I've seen it. I've seen it. No. I drove through there, and
also have-
I was in this like weird neighborhood, and I turned and I saw a yellow building. I'm talking the color of that mug. I saw a yellow building that had the iconography of the Golden Dawn painted on the front of it, and I went, "The hell did I just drive past?" Now I know, and that makes me so happy because I was just like, because it looked like one of those like thrown together like community churches.
Yeah,
Their
yeah, those
principals,
kind of little...
their office is here, but their closest temple, though, is in fucking North Carolina.
Not surprised. That I'm not surprised. There's a lot of weird shit in North Carolina.
And Florida. Like, I was kind of surprised it's not in the, what's its name, the town that's famous for being full of psychics?
Casadega.
Casadega, thank you. Casadega, not Pasadega.
Famously full of psychics. Famously hates tourists. All right, I'm gonna jump real quick.
I feel like they could have foreseen the
Your-
tourism problem.
Your little slide door is gonna open again. Thomas. Mr. King is here.
Okay,
Do you want to talk to him?
please.
Okay.
This should be fun.
There's.
He stands up, he turns around, puts his hands like,
That's good. Munroff is gonna have to get up and leave.
Yep.
When the group goes by, Munroff goes, gets up and walks away. Gotta work. Munroff, he cuffs you again, and you, Porter, Munroff, are going to walk back down to the infirmary area where you were before, where you woke up, and you're going to go into one of the offices. And Munroff will post himself by the door, like in front of the door. Porter will take a seat. King will take a seat, and he's just imagine the most stereotypical like office that you can think of. Except there's like a lot of wood in here. There's a lot of darker colors. It's not like the rest of the hospital. This little wing seems to be older, like not redone like a lot of them. And on his desk, which takes up most of this room, because it's not that big of a room, is the box, a cardboard box that's open. And King just offers you a seat. They're not uncuffing you, but they will offer you a seat. You can,
I'm really just like doing
you
like this.
can uncomfortably sit in these chairs. Thomas, Mr. Castle, what is with the violence lately?
I defended myself.
You defended yourself.
Does he have a computer in the desk, or
Yes, there is a computer.
if you look in your security footage, which I know you have cameras here everywhere, and because I am kind of famous here, I know you have one pointing at least one outside of my room, and if you have windows, you can see him hitting me first, and me just defending.
Okay.
After I was done, I placed him on the bed and called the officer behind me.
Winteroff just kind of nods. You're getting a reputation here. And there are no cameras that point directly into your room. There are cameras in the halls, so I can see who comes and goes from what rooms. We're trying to get this place as suitable for everyone's wants, needs, and comforts as possible. But when there are outbursts like this, such as the one last night, such as the ones this morning, it's really hard for us to get the city government to actually back making this place better. The fight of the only thing this place needs is bigger walls and more bars and more locks is really difficult when we're trying to make this place comfortable for you guys. And I'm really hoping that Mr. Oakes doesn't press charges. And he is 100% in his right to do so. Did you provoke him in any way?
You should ask the question, did he provoke me in any way?
Okay, you're being very standoffish.
I'm just stating the truth.
How did he provoke you?
He yelled at me for no reason.
And you think that someone raising their voice to you, regardless of reason, gives you the right to just lamb out?
And does he give him the right when I say, hit me, daddy, to actually come in and hit me like a dog?
That's all I actually need to know, Mr. Castle. Go ahead and put him back. And Monroff is going to put his hand under your arm.
By the way,
Start
did
picking you up.
I was working. Do you know that every year the government actually steals $1.3 trillion from health workers?
He's just gonna roughly take you
Bundle
out.
you out.
If you are attempting to not be taken,
No, I'm not.
okay.
Go ahead.
He's gonna take you back to isolation. He will put you in the room. He will uncuff you. He will shut the door and lock it again. I'm really trying to give you the chance. Oh my god, I really had no idea that somebody was going to end up in solitary confinement. Alright.
It's David.
That's true.
So, you're reading your book. You just sticking with it, or?
You gave a
I gave you candy. I gave you candy. I expected you to eat it. It's fine. I was just wondering if there's anything that you needed.
I'm as I'm reading it, I'm probably taking my own notes, adding to the book as I'm reading it.
This book was written by Bram Stoker.
Now I'm not sure if I should add any.
with that inscription at the front, this thing is probably worth some money.
Give me a intelligence plus awareness because you rolled a 10 at the last one.
I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't be.
If you roll another fucking 10. 2 successes?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to let you do it right now. But later on, you can try to roll again for this. But there is something odd about the way this book is written. It makes sense. I'm not saying that there's just like weird typos or
Like
anything.
there might be code written within the book.
Yes.
Or, see, that's pretty common.
I know.
Though.
This book appears, and since you just
Can
went
I
ahead and
try that again with investigation?
you can later. I'll let you try again later.
Well, I'm
Because
wondering
I'm telling you more than you should have right now.
For that role, you get the clue that there's something good to this
Yes,
book.
you can tell that this book was written in doublespeak.
Yeah.
I said double, not devil. This book was written in doubles.
It wasn't written by Crowley.
Where,
Yeah.
if you catch on to the pattern, you can actually jump from one word onto the page to the other and actually come up with an entirely different book. So, this book is written in doublespeak.
Actually,
it will take you time to figure it
I
out.
might leave the room for a couple of minutes to ask if I can get a few sheets of paper and something to write with.
You can definitely go into the rec room to get paper and crayons.
That's fine, because that's all I need.
Yes. Paper and crayons are available. Do not eat the crayons.
They're not real.
But they're tasty.
They can't hurt you. Just don't eat them. Anyway. So, yes. Rec room.
Rec room.
On your way out, you would see him
Yeah.
walk back in and then grab some stuff and leave.
Sydney, I want to ask you a question real quick.
Okay. Make it quick.
That's not suspicious.
Are you seeing people new? Or that you weren't expecting to see here?
Well, you know, I do have that ghost in my room, apparently, but I mean...
Okay. That is not the weirdest thing going on at the moment. Okay, so you got a ghost in your room. What kind of ghost?
I don't know, it just seems to comment on things as I say them, and that's about it.
Okay, but you're not seeing people you wouldn't expect to see here.
Just gonna say a
Well-
random patient walks by and go, that's because you're a schizo. It just keeps walking.
William.
Actually,
That would be something you totally say.
hold on.
Something you totally say.
Is Maddie Lil.
Okay, yeah, no. Deep one.
Maddie Lil just walks through and just goes, that's because you're a schizo, and just keeps going.
Some people just don't change.
That's why they're still locked up here.
So, none of this is weird to you?
Everything's weird to me.
Like, no, really.
By the end of this session, I'm just going to be like, what are you talking about? This is how the game has always been. Just like Anarchs by Gaslight.
See, you would have to do this properly. You would have had to have prepared at least like 4 or 5 recaps of like shit happening in the same time. D-list all the other videos, just put those up.
No, that's what she says. She just continues to, like, no, really.
Really?
Really.
I told you not to touch that fucking jar!
no idea this sort of thing was gonna happen. Look. The jars were
Would you like to talk privately?
Wanna step into the garden?
Go outside.
How many
It's
people's
like just
outside?
before noon. How many people are outside?
Yeah, if I could look out the window and see how many people.
There's at least 20 people outside.
It's a nice day. Early fall.
And a lot of them
Yeah.
are anarchs that you've seen.
We have breakfast. I don't think it's gonna hurt us.
There's people out there.
I love the whispering conversations that the microphones
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
They're saying, I had breakfast. I don't think the sun's going to hurt us.
Breakfast doesn't prevent ag.
Or does it?
There's,
Most important meal of the day.
there's people out there. Do you really want?
It's a wide open
Here.
area. There's
Yeah.
lots of room.
Okay.
Honestly, I think we're pretty fine. Stood right here. I mean, everybody's either watching TV or playing cards or board games.
Yeah, there's only like 11 people in here.
Yeah. Well, that jar's for necromancy. This isn't the sort of thing that I'd have anticipated at all. This has got other weird effects happening.
Apparently, had multiple uses.
I don't know if this is a jar or something else. It may be part of it.
Oh,
There's going to be a catch somewhere.
sorry, I have to jump this in. As Thomas is being pulled roughly out of the office, Darian King reaches into the box and pulls out the jar and puts it on a shelf behind his desk.
I'll keep a mental note of that.
Just pulls out the. I mean, I don't think your character's actually ever seen it, but he pulls out a black clay jar. Kind of looks like an urn, but it's a little big, and puts it on a shelf behind his desk. Go ahead and put that there.
Do they walk me
So,
past
where
this
are the
too,
odds
or
if
they're actually
we-
outside already?
Huh?
Oh, we're stood in the rec room still, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they pass me past this guy?
No, you're nowhere near them.
Okay.
You're nowhere near them. Sorry, I have to keep you completely separated.
Well, I mean, if I'm allowed, I would just tell Maroff as we're walking, hey, is there a possibility I could have a Bible?
When you're done with solitary.
Man, this stopped me while reading while I was getting to the good part.
There's a good part.
Don't worry, the book never ends. And he puts you in your cell.
I don't know, that Cable and Abel and Cain fight.
Yeah, probably why the Bible shouldn't be allowed in this place.
Can't stop religion, man.
He's actually just gonna straight face, yeah, I can, and put you in the thing and shut the All right, you guys.
Where's my breakfast, damn it?
oh, like I said,
Yeah.
we're still in the rec room at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
All right. If you think we can go to the garden, not be listened in on.
well, like I said, I don't think we're going to be listening on here either. See the orderlies where they are.
Yeah, nobody's
Everybody
paying
else is.
attention to you.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to be checking out.
Is there like a
terribly.
reading room or something?
This
that we
is the
could-
reading room.
I mean, there's the library itself, and then there's a couple like little reading nooks in the rec room.
I'm going to give me 1 second. I'm just going to randomly grab a couple of books.
Okay.
This way, at least it looks like we're doing something in the reading
Yeah, sure.
areas. Just wait. All right.
So, there's gonna be a catch or a crack somewhere. Something that starts showing its angle. How this is all being put together. We just have to find it. Have you noticed anything out of sync? Anything weird? Anything?
Well, I just noticed something in one of the books, in a book I was reading, but I don't think it has anything to do with this.
It could. What sort of thing?
Hidden code within the book. Old book, though.
Doesn't matter. Like, there's an element of me that's wondering if this might not be a
I'll know.
of some sort.
I'll know for sure once I start
Yeah.
translating the double code. But I mean, this could be anything.
Yeah, but it's the first weird thing we've got to go on. It could be nothing. It could be something. It could be everything.
It's an effect of that jar, whatever. I don't know if maybe if we can find it here. I don't know if there's a way of just breaking through using sheer willpower and.
Like I said, there's a part of me that wonders if this isn't some kind of dreamscape, which means this is all questionably real, which means there might be a set of things that have to take place to open it back up. Lights out. Keys, somehow. Considering this place is a
Fuck this one.
type of prison, perhaps it's quite literally keys.
It is an asylum.
Exactly, a type. That's what I mean. We're
It's
not allowed
really
to
a
leave.
Prison.
We're not allowed to leave.
Where would we go, even if we could?
Well, that's the thing I'm saying, is that we're being contained. And I'm talking about breaking out of whatever this is.
How all the camera members...
Oh, I've noticed. I have definitely noticed that they're all the ones in charge. Which makes me wonder if maybe they've constructed this somehow. And if so, how? You work on that code. I'll keep looking for other clues.
I did run into my sire here, though. I don't think she knows anything.
Nor does mine. He didn't seem to know anything anyhow. But I've run into a few people who should not be here.
Who else is in the same situation that you know of?
I think Jay, but I think he's also trying to make it make sense, so I'm not 100% sure. I haven't had a chance to talk to Adrian properly.
Yeah, you see Adrian a few feet away sitting at a table playing chess with Nick.
You ever talked to Nick or...
I haven't spoken with Nick. I said I spoke with a few. There are a few others here who are in our situation, but they're the people who shouldn't be here, which is odd and kind of concerning, and has me wondering exactly what the nature of this
Again,
is.
it could be I don't know. It could be a dreamscape. It could be some kind of alternative reality. I mean, anything could be.
Yeah. Well, the other two. There's a third that I haven't tried speaking with yet, but the two that I know who aren't supposed to be here also know they aren't supposed to be here. And also know that this is wrong. I don't know, the third, he might have been in the city. I don't know for certain, but the other two.
Alright,
I said, that code might be something. I mean, if you want to try talking
we'll
to
find
Adrian,
out.
I mean, he's part of your coterie, isn't he?
I never really got to speak to him, though. After the coterie was formed, I had to head out with my sire, who was basically giving me thaumaturgy lessons on the road.
Fair. Well, try getting to know him now.
Oh, by the way, in case you were wondering, after tonight, my sire and I were planning on switching sides.
Oh, welcome aboard. There's been a lot of the tower switching sides, kind of gestures, nod slightly towards Billy Smith and Rhino playing backgammon over on one side of the room.
I don't know if we were going to make it a public announcement or anything, because honestly, the longer we can stay there and soak up information, the better it would be for the Anarchs.
That is true. That is your decision to make, though. For now. Yeah.
Well, the alternative is I stay there and Gore reopens up a chantry and he locks me up for the next several years while he puts me under strict tutelage and probably tries to blood bond me.
Welcome to the Anarchs.
You want to roll to see how well we're doing on chess?
You want
intelligence plus academics.
you want to try talking to Adrian just because you're technically in the same group? I'm going to see if I can scare up any further information.
I'm slightly doing
I'm going to
better.
try out.
Slightly.
Have you seen Thomas?
I have not seen Thomas, no. Which is mildly concerning.
Here, Lucas.
Virtually.
Lucas from the corner, still headphones. Thomas got in trouble this morning.
I don't know how he
The
does
fuck
that.
did he do this time?
Beat the shit out of one of the guards. Oaks.
That makes sense.
Okay.
He needs to know when to let things lie. Gonna get killed doing that. All right. I'm gonna go see if this works. What's Jay up to? Because we're over here having a conference.
What's Jay up to?
He's playing chess.
Jay's standing with a column to his back, definitely not making sure that Sam doesn't get any closer to him.
Understood. You going outside? You checking on other people? What's going on?
I might try and talk to Sam first, actually.
Okay. He's watching TV.
Yeah.
Eating a bag of Cheetos. The puffed paws.
Oh, yeah.
Do they even sell those still?
Huh?
They do sell puffed Cheetos, so I don't know. I haven't seen the paw
No, the
ones,
paws.
but
He's got the paws.
that's right. Sam, how
He's
you
got
doing?
like a little paper cup that's fizzing. He's got some kind of soda in it.
I'm just basically leaning over the back of the sofa and Sam, how you doing?
He just like looks up over you. Oh, hey, do you got any weed?
In here, you crazy? Yes, I just realized what I said too.
I think we all are.
That's a
We're all
microaggression.
fucking crazy.
But do you have weed?
I would go for a bowl and internet access, and I'll be happy.
Yeah. Listen, notice anything especially weird going on?
Like what? He's like not even taking his eyes off the TV. He's just
Like, people here who shouldn't be?
no. We're not supposed to be here, but you know, snacks and TV, possible internet access later. Should be fine.
Cool. So
Plus, like pills. You know, pills.
I forgot who I was talking to.
He's gonna turn around, stand up, turn around, look all over the place. Tinian, we're not supposed to be here. We're not supposed to be fucking breathing. But we got snacks, fucking TV, and I'm fine. And he just turns around, sits down heavily, almost like a spoiled fucking teenager, crosses his arms, and he's like, watching fucking Storage Wars.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
I mean that.
He, like, you can hear him. He's,
Yeah.
He's zoning out.
Yeah, Chinia's gonna...
But he ain't got no weed in here.
Fuck off.
Okay. Do I notice you trying to stay away from Sam?
What do you
stood up.
What do you do
by
when
the door?
I was gonna say, what do you do when Sam stands up and turns around and is in the general eye?
Yeah. I'm over next to the door now.
Gonna move over to you. Jay.
Hey.
Excuse me.
You know Sam?
Yeah.
How you know Sam?
I think we did business before.
Is he who you got the van from?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
I
I'm...
let things happen. And then they happen again. It's like...
Why are you so nervous about him? You didn't rip him off or anything, did you?
I don't know. He's not a nice person.
He can be a bit abrasive, yes.
Yeah.
like a scouring pad.
Okay, I think I understand a little bit more about your van situation now.
Okay.
But,
I don't know if that helps.
he's more interested in his TV and his snacks. Just
Yeah.
And his
appetite
pills.
with him.
Still have good hearing.
just breathe.
He just like Sam from the other side of the room yells, "I fart unicorn tears!" And like one of the orderly walks up and he's like, "Excuse me?" He's like, "I didn't take my meds this morning." And he's like, "All right." Yeah, he just like, "I didn't take my meds this morning," and the guy's like, "All right," and he walks away. After a few minutes, we'll come back and give him more pills.
Which is what he wanted in the first place.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going for a walk outside. You're welcome to join me if you want, or you can stay here. It's totally fine.
Yeah, that might take a while to work up to.
Understandable. Just keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything weird, let me know later.
What is so weird about this place?
Look,
So-
Tinia's trying to sift through who's a real person and who's an NPC, basically, okay?
They're all NPCs.
Well, look, you understand what you know something's up, so you count as real. Unfortunately, the people that live in Tinia's head are counting as real, and that has her freaked out.
You're Turing testing everybody.
Yes!
Okay.
That's what this has all been. Unfortunately, so far, nobody else is passing the yes, you understand that this is not where we're supposed to be test.
So you're going outside?
Are you two doing anything?
Well, he's still
Playing chess?
playing chess.
Nick will hang out with you for as long as you want. Adrian and Nick seem to have still had the same military history together, and I mean, if you get him talking, he might even say, yeah, the reason why he's here is because of, like, PTSD and stuff, so. But he helps. He's not... He is a patient, but he helps the medical staff.
He's kind of like group lead.
Yeah, he's like a resident, but also does stuff. So he doesn't have to do anything for work until after lunch. Which it is approaching noon. So.
Alright. So are you like in the rec
Yeah.
room?
Same room.
I'll approach your game, but not quite. Well, I don't want to interrupt it.
So, Adrian can multitask like a motherfucker. So, hey, Sydney.
Hey, you got a minute?
Looks at imaginary watch. I've got all the time in the world, apparently.
Oh,
You guys need some privacy?
Nah. We're good.
Yeah. How can I put this? You get the feeling that you don't belong here.
All the fucking time.
But I mean even more so than normal. Like you were just kind of thrown in here without even knowing it.
I mean, there's a lot of people around here who kind of feel that way.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Normal is an illusion of the Red Queen's court.
Did you take your meds?
Meds? What meds?
Oh, God.
Don't you dare say a damn thing.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. I won't say anything. Nick is just like, I won't. Hands up. I won't say nothing.
Scooch. Jay is getting closer by the moment and eventually taps on it. Are you not taking your pills?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Can I have them?
I can give you my evening pills.
I'll keep you in mind.
I have to do outside. I'm sorry. I understand that there's an internal drug deal going on, but I've got to step outside. Alright,
So, anyways, what can I help you with, Sydney?
I was talking to Tanea, and we're trying to find people that don't seem to really belong here.
So, I'm just curious. Have you seemed to notice a difference of who's in white and who's in, well...
I've noticed.
Okay. Also, the name on the back of the...
Yeah. I've noticed. Awfully fucking convenient, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when you get a chance, we might need to have a discussion with Tanea and a few other people. I'll let you finish up your game, though. I don't want to interrupt that.
That's alright.
Suddenly, I feel like I don't belong here.
How you doing, Nick?
Doing all right?
All right.
Seriously, if you guys aren't taking your pills, just don't let me know about it, okay? Because like I'm the one who has to like separate everything into the cups. And...
Let's see what to who.
Thank you. Just don't. Yeah. Okay. As you step outside, there are.
It takes some.
Do you want to roll a willpower?
Yeah, I said because that's a step.
Composure plus resolve to step outside.
6.
You muster up the strength, and you push in the locking mechanism on the door, and you open it, and it's suddenly warmer, and the smell of fall and the mountain air just hits you, and there are 20 NPCs outside at your discretion, not who I've already met.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the first one. The first person that you're going to see is sitting under a tree, cross-legged, in the grass, shakily smoking a cigarette, and trying to stay out of direct sunlight as much as possible. It's Brittany.
After the moment of shock, like, holy cow,
She's
I'm
out
stood in
there.
bright sunlight.
She's wearing the grays like everybody else, but she's also like wrapped in a cardigan.
Look around. Brittany. Heading over towards her. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure? You're shaking like a leaf.
She just takes like half a cigarette in one drag.
Yeah.
You just watch it. Yeah.
Oh, somebody giving you trouble or
No.
something wrong?
No, I just don't really want to be here. But she like reaches into her sweater pocket with one hand and she shakes a pack of cigarettes. She's, at least I got these.
Yeah. You and me both. Like, I don't reckon a lot.
Oh, she opens. Oh, you said you and me both. I thought
Oh no, you and me both not wanting to be here. I don't.
Oh. Cool.
I never touch the things.
My shrink encourages it. It's an affirmation of life. She's wearing, like I said, her cardigan, her everything's, but you will notice that she has a hospital bracelet that's bright red.
Okay.
And just give me an intelligence plus. Do you have medicine?
Nope.
No. Give me an intelligence plus insight. 2 successes. You have a flush of memory. Like you can actually almost see it take over a portion of your brain. And you know that reds, not many patients have to wear bands on their hands, but there are certain ones that have to. She's a suicide risk. She apparently, at some point in time, put a gun against her head and tried to shoot herself, and had to be wrestled down, and her arm was broken, and yeah. So.
With that, you're probably going to want to put some trigger warnings at the beginning of your...
Oh, I will. No, I'm do anything that concerns with this entire plot line is going to be. I'm getting flagged for this shit.
That's fair enough.
And she's got dark bags under, like she's got darkened under her
Dark
eyes
circles,
and bloodshot eyes, dry lips. She still has the the dreads. Yeah. She's just like, you can tell like around her, like there's just chunks of grass that have been just ripped out. She's got dirty fingernails.
Have you noticed anyone weird around lately?
Welcome to Ivy Towers,
Well,
Tinia.
not that kind of
Where
weird.
everything's weird. Read the thing. Read the banner in the rec room that says there is no normal.
Yeah. I mean, weird like they don't belong.
You okay?
Who belongs?
Here.
Who belongs here?
Like, you haven't seen them around before.
I mean, I saw the director pull in.
Is that who I saw walking by?
King?
Yeah.
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 He's probably here because of the assault. So.
Is that why breakfast was canceled?
They took away your breakfast?
No, not they didn't take it away, but they closed down the cafeteria and everybody had to go back to their rooms.
Yeah, a patient, like, beat one of the directors in his room. Like, one of the security directors.
Who?
Castle, I think.
This morning?
Yeah. Like, okay, so
Okay.
last night there was that huge thing in the rec room, and then, like, the same guy he assaulted.
Jeez, they must have like some kind of beef going
I
on.
don't know.
Who knows? Right.
You ever notice that, like, some of the flower beds that are out here are bathtubs? Like, old clawfoot bathtubs. Just filled with dirt and filled with flowers. Just, like, periodically there's a bathtub.
Yep.
Hey, at least they're not using toilets.
True. You don't see any toilets. It's like one of the few things that's out of place is there's just repurposed bathtubs as flower planters.
Do you need anything? Like, say you're still shaking.
I
your
just don't
face.
like it when it's so bright. It's gonna get darker soon.
Yeah, it's gonna fall.
Yeah. It's gonna be cold too, though.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I always like the winter time.
I wish there was a darker, warm time.
So you'd have to go south for that, but then they don't get as long a nights.
I'm not going back to Florida.
Oh, that's right. You're from Florida, aren't you?
Yeah, Sun City.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm from the West Coast, but like everything went to shit as soon as we went to Sun City.
Yeah, I've not heard good things about Sun City. Everything kind of went haywire in the worst kind of way.
Yeah.
You haven't happened to see Dawn or anyone around, have you?
She
I haven't
just starts
seen-
crying. She just starts crying. Brittany just loses her goddamn mind and starts crying.
Tinia's gonna just kind of try and give her, put a hand around her shoulder. I'm sorry, I should have
It's
said
gonna
that.
get so bad that eventually a couple of the orderlies are gonna have to come over and hug lift her
Yeah, like I said, Tinia's trying to cover him.
Out.
Like, I don't know what to do in this situation.
and
I darn
take her.
goofed.
They're gonna take her inside. One of them, as he's carrying, or as they're kind of cradling her and walking her away, and is gonna go, "It's not your fault. It's everything. Like, we'll handle it. Everything's fine." She just.
I
We
know.
just- we
I
don't-
shouldn't have.
we
I
don't-
shouldn't have brought her up.
We just don't. One of the guys walks with her as she's crying. The other guy's like, "We don't." Brittany doesn't like to talk about her old boss.
Yeah, no. Like I should have known. I wasn't thinking. I shouldn't have brought her up. So
There was a very, very abusive relationship,
I'm.
and he's gonna,
Yeah.
he's gonna wander off. He's gonna grab whatever it is she dropped, probably her pack of cigarettes and maybe like a lighter, and And yeah, it's not even a good idea that she has this. And she's- yeah.
Oh, stupid. Right. I'm gonna take a turn around the garden then at that
Okay.
stage because, like, just
It's
I need to walk that off.
it's a beautiful garden that you are going to find all types of flowers in, except it's autumn. So you're going to find labels for the flowers and the bushes themselves, but you're not going to find many flowers.
Some of the late blooming stuff.
There are no roses at all. And how far and wide do you wander? Because there are no walls to be seen.
I'm gonna push it then.
Okay.
So
You can walk probably a good 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so. There's some like light classical music playing from speakers that are placed around
Scattered.
in like statuary and stuff in the area. And
statuary.
yeah.
What kind of statuary?
Yeah, marble statues, Greek style. It's not Mithras or anything.
Okay, I was say, do any of these look familiar
They do
from
not.
Mansion?
They do not. But you are going to notice that as you go, and you can see like parts of the city. You can see the mountains. You see the Pittock Mansion off in the distance. So you see all this stuff. But you're going to notice as you go, the ground starts to slope down, and it's a steep drop, and then a wall that you cannot see from the actual place.
Ah, that's how they managed it.
However, with the dip in the ground, it's probably a good 15 to 20 foot brick wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Being able to see Mount Hood and the city and Pittock
You're
Bench.
very close to the Pittock Mansion.
Yeah, whereabouts would it seem to be?
Let's go with streetwise. Every Bruja needs streetwise.
4.
You are just north of the Pittock Mansion. You are right behind that area, and you would know
That's
just from living.
woods.
That's just wooded area.
Yeah.
There's nothing back there. Give me a wits plus.
What should be?
I would let you either insight or how long has Tinia been living in Portland? Like you've been here for at least 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, insight. Wits plus
About
insight.
25 years by this point, because she went to college here.
Wits plus insight.
Wits plus insight.
If you have anything for history,
No, my academics is in media studies.
okay.
That is 5 successes. Every single one came with a
5
success.
successes. Let me see if I can find something real quick to give you some actual knowledge.
This one happened to be the place that Dan was investigating, would it?
Is
Great! This is fine. This is just fine.
you would know that there was back in the 1800s a massive mental hospital slash resort that rich people used to check themselves in, and all I had to do was type that in. Oh, come on. Don't talk. Don't talk. I just want your description. It is called there's no names on it. No. You
called the Ivy Tower.
sack of shit. Hold on.
Not originally.
Let's see. Come on. Give me something good.
I find it funny that as a mortal, I'm noticing now I still have a herd in my background.
Yes, you do.
Like, I've still got Bloodhound.
Yes, you do. With 5, you know that this place used to be run by a woman named Dr. Linda Hazard. It's actually where the word hazard comes from. This place, the name is escaping you because I can't fucking find it. I will try to have more, but it was known when the story came out about what happened here with Dr. Hazard that they were calling it Starvation Heights. And this woman used to do 3 or 4 8-hour enemas back to back while their patients stood in bathtubs. And they literally used to just clean out the insanity.
So about those bathtubs.
Yeah, about those bathtubs, yeah.
Where she got caught in a conspiracy with her and a mortician, where they were just ripping rich people off blind with special weight loss treatments. And, yeah, this place burned down. This place was torn down.
Gutted at
You
least.
can't think of anything that was ever here. Like, since that.
There's a ruin up there.
Yeah,
but
there's
it was,
a
gutted
couple-
by fire.
Did it burn down in 1883?
I think so.
Oregon Hospital for the Insane.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Oregon Hospital
pretty
for the
bland.
Insane. There's a couple of small wooden buildings left over that you remember visiting, maybe on there was a documentary done here,
Yeah.
so we're gonna check this out. They gave tours, they told everybody about it, but this place got
This place was burnt.
there's nothing.
This place
here.
was hollowed out by fire.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot left. There's enough left for Dan to investigate.
Yeah, the main building is still there, but it's still trash.
Yeah, like the whole
But
second
here
floor
it's
is falling
beautiful,
in. But
it's clean,
yeah. This just got a whole lot weirder. Cool.
As you are realizing that bit of trivia, the loudspeakers come on, and
Oh God.
a female voice over the loudspeaker says, "Everybody to the cafeteria for lunch, and then afternoon activities."
I'm gonna start heading back to the gonna murder somebody. I don't know who yet, but somebody's gonna die, possibly for a second time.
As the familiar tones of Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World starts playing over the loudspeaker, and you all are heading towards lunch, except for Thomas. I am calling post, and the next game session will take place after lunch, and at your first group.
Yay!
Post.